award-winning sports journalist Ray Kennedy. Let's kick off the College Game Day Tailgate Show live from Ferg's. And here's Mike Rickard.
Good morning, Tampa Bay, and welcome to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connections College Game Day Tailgate Show this Saturday, December 20th, our Christmas show, actually. And last show of 2025, we're live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill in our Ice Pick Vodka Body Armor Studios across from down a Tropicana Field in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida. And, of course, Ferg's is America's #1 rated local sports bar, is voted by USA Today. I'm Mike Rickard alongside Ray Kennedy, directly across from me. Baseball, Ben Botham, Brad Richards in the house. We got a lot of high school conversations in the second hour. And, of course, Tristan taking very good care of us today. We got a jam show. We've got Chris Harvey. He's on hold right now. He is the head coach at the Clearwater Central Catholic Marauders. More importantly today, he's a Miami Hurricane alum. And he's a little nervous about that game down in College Station, I guarantee you. And then we'll bring in our expert, and, of course, that's Alex Reba. He'll want to talk a little Rays with you. A lot of things going on in that world.
Oh, yeah.
And as well as college football and college basketball. And then we're bringing Brandy Winans in the house. You've met Brandy before.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a two-microphone, horrible podcast, internet going out, nobody listening, on Radio St. Pete, Joe Bordeaux stuck by me. Brandy raised the bar on our production.
The first time I saw her, I was walking away.
Well, she's attractive, first of all.
Well, I said she makes Mike. I only met you twice. The second time she was sitting out on the sidewalk with you, I said she makes you look a lot better.
Hell of a lot better. But I tell you what, who's going to make us a lot better now? Because we're going to get him on the show quite often, and that is Chris Harvey, and he's kind enough to join us. How are you, my man?
How you doing, Mike? Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Chris.
Coach.
How you doing?
So we'll talk a little high school in a minute with. Go ahead.
Not to interrupt you, Mike, but I have to say, you said that I was nervous about today. You can tell you're from Big Ten country because the Miami Hurricanes don't get nervous about games like this.
Thank you, Coach.
We like to hear that. Well, I would tell you what. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I can tell you a lot of Notre Dame fans are hoping that you guys are successful. Unless they're sore losers. I mean, why wouldn't you want the team that knocked you out, essentially, to be successful? So what's your opinion on today's game? Kicks off at noon. That's a tough place to play.
They couldn't flex this game, Coach?
You can't flex it because this game is it's a long time in the making. You know, we were talking as a group of some old teammates. It's 24 years since we won the last national championship and 23 years since we played in a game, which is a little bit bigger than this one because it was actually the national championship game. But it's been a long 23 years because it hasn't always been the prettiest. So it's exciting to see, the university back where they belong. And I hear it said all the time, and I couldn't agree with it more. College football in general, even as bad as college football is with everything else that makes up college football is better when Miami Hurricanes are relevant. So I'm excited to see what they can do today.
Or any team from Florida,
Yes, sir.
And I concur with that.
Yeah.
And, Coach, the fact that this is a noon kickoff, to me, it epitomizes what college football is all about, to get excited. Just start the day right off with it and let's run. But tell me, Coach, and you talked about Notre Dame, the victory over Notre Dame in week 1.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I don't want to
show.
talk about that game, but they battle-tested these Hurricanes, and they're not getting so much respect going into College Station against this very good A&M team. Did that game against Notre Dame battle-test this team enough, and have they found their wheels going into this game today?
Well, I think it was a good start to the season. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was a big fan of the head-to-head being a deciding factor, but that was week 1. So teams grow a lot throughout the year. I think that talent-wise, I think the thing that people are forgetting is that when you look at the two teams, or Miami versus pretty much any team in the country, even the SEC teams, they look the same. I mean, Miami is a big, physical, fast team, just like all the other SEC schools are. But, their schedule, they play an ACC schedule that doesn't get the same amount of credit, but they did start early with the big win versus Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame was able to do what they did the rest of the season. So I don't really, I don't really like the idea of being an underdog when you're at the University of Miami, but sure, we'll allow the SEC and Texas A&M to call us underdogs for the next 3 hours. But after 3 hours, we'll know the difference.
Well, let me ask you this as a coach. In many cases, and I'm sure, your good friend Mario, he likes that chip on the shoulder attitude, for the rest of the nation to reawaken them that, we were the players in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. We're back. I think that's an advantage. Wouldn't you as a coach?
I do. I mean, that's sort of been the MO for most University of Miami football teams. When they were good, they were hated. And now that they're, sort of on their way back, they're doubted. So whatever it takes to get you up in the morning. But, I had a coach in college. If it takes, something that somebody says or something that somebody doesn't say to get you motivated to play in a playoff game that, would allow you to, hopefully win the next national championship for Miami, then I sort of question who you are as a player. But I think the guys will be ready. Coach Cristobal, he was always a great he was a GA when I was a player there. That's how long ago it was. And he's always been, he's a fiery guy. He's a very emotional guy. He's a Miami guy. So I think that, that combined with the talent they have, I think it'll be a pretty good day for Miami.
Coach, the entire nation's going to see, like you said, in just over 3 hours, they're going to know the Carson Beck we're going to see today. But for those who haven't maybe tuned into Miami football all season,
the $5 million man you talking about?
Well, $3 million and then $2 million with NILs and stuff, and it goes up. But I mean, explain to us what Carson Beck we're going to see today, and then also maybe what Carson Beck you're nervous or maybe don't want to see today against Texas A&M.
I think that the best Carson Beck is the Carson Beck that manages the game. Like we talked about all the talent that he has around him. He doesn't need to make spectacular plays, and a lot of times when he gets in trouble is when he tries to do too much. You probably heard it all week long. Miami has to be able to run the football, and the idea that people think and they know that they have to be able to run the football means that when a team, any football team, if you can't run the ball and you become one-dimensional, that pressure falls directly on the shoulders of the quarterback. And I'm not saying that he can handle it, but we're a lot better when he doesn't have to, make all those, special plays. Just make the normal plays, control the ball, play defense, and play Miami Hurricane football. Smart
veteran football. Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to whine about my Notre Dame Fighting Irish for a moment, and then we'll get out of college football conversation, and Brad Richardson will join us. We'll talk a little high school. Now, not just because it's Notre Dame. And I think it was Saban the other night. He said this system is so screwed up. He said let's use Major League Baseball as an example. Ben can appreciate this. He said, do you think ever in your wildest dreams that the winner of AAA would be invited to the World Series playoffs? Absolutely never. And here we are in college football, inviting two teams that they're going to get steamrolled today, more than likely. And he said that's how ridiculous this entire process is, and not to have a Notre Dame in the mix is absolutely, And he's not a Notre Dame fan, but it's just the logic of it.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. But let's go back 25 years. I said 24 years ago, we won a national championship when we beat Nebraska. 25 years ago, we beat Florida State in week 9 of the regular season, and 3 weeks later, a computer system said that Florida State was more worthy to play in the national championship than we were, and they proceeded to go get beat 11-2 by Oklahoma in what is one of the worst national championship games known to man.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to any Florida State fans on this.
It was bad.
With that being said, I think that not that I'm still pouting, 25 years later. But with that being said, I mean, I don't know that we've ever had or will ever have a perfect system. You know what I mean? And sadly, I know I'm on a radio show right now. I think that for media purposes and more importantly, money purposes, the perfect system doesn't give as many people things to talk about. So I think that, this year it's, the group of 5 should be separated, and I agree. They did that 30 years ago when they split the 1AAs from the 1As and gave them their own championship. And that's no different than what it is now, except instead of scholarship numbers, which was cause of the biggest difference back then. Now it's NIL money and revenue sharing that just creates a big difference between those two groups. But if they just automatically sat down and created the perfect system, what would we talk about? So I think that it'll happen, but even with the next changes, there'll be flaws in that too, because it's just, I don't know that there is a perfect system. But you are right, a team like Notre Dame does deserve to be there. And I will say a team like Tulane and James Madison deserve to be somewhere. I just don't know if it's in the same conversation of some of the teams that, didn't or weren't able to make this college football playoffs.
Well, I always know when I don't have Cam, my quiet board operator, over in Tampa running the controls, and I better take care of him so that he doesn't kick us off the air. But Aiden Quipet is over there right now, and he's an opinionated young man. We'll just say that. And this is what he just chatted me. If you don't like the group of five, you're not a real college football fan. You can kiss my old carcass too, Aiden. Please don't cut us off the air. But anyway, that's the attitude a lot of people have, and I thought that was comical that he throw that at me. Yeah.
Can I ask you, Coach, one more question? As a coach, you can put on your coach cap, your college football cap, just your football fan cap. Summerall at Tulane and at UF. And he's working both right now, changes his socials, he's doing it. Whether it's fair or not fair to players, that's also another thing. That's what Lane Kiffin wanted to do before he went from Ole Miss to Florida. Now we got basically an empty shoot in Ole Miss and, wasn't allowed there. As a coach, as a player, as a fan, which one's right, which one's rich, which one's wrong, or is it a case-by-case basis?
I think it is case by case. I mean, I think that I have no problem with Summerall coaching because I don't really like. It goes back to what we were talking about just now with Group of Five and Power Four. I don't really think that there's a loss or a benefit from either either party. Now, I do agree with Kiffin not being able to coach. I think that it would be nice for him to be able to finish what he started with his team, but he's also at the same time as he's finishing what he started with his old team. There's no way for a guy that's being paid what he's being paid to coach and manage LSU that he wouldn't be needed to do that at the same time, which would ultimately take from the job that he's able to do. And they're two, people don't understand. Those aren't just fellow SEC schools. For some people, those are bitter rivalries. And having one person being over both those programs for any period of time just isn't good for, or it wouldn't have been good for Ole Miss. So I don't see a problem with what Summerall's doing because I feel like, I don't think that Florida and Tulane are going to be competing for anything against each other, but, Ole Miss with LSU and Lane Kiffin, I think, is just a little bit different.
Well, let's switch gears and send it over to our expert, Brad Richardson.
Coach, good morning. Good to hear from you, of course. Good always to talk to you and all. So, all right, so let's do this. Obviously, on December 9th, FHSAA released the new districts and all that. So I want to get your take on basically where you guys are going to be next year with CCC. You happy with it, or have you other opinions about it for sure?
Are you kidding me? If you've heard me whine and cry for the last 10 years that I've been here, it's because I have a hard time getting some of the better programs. And there are a lot of good programs in Pinellas County to be able to play us. And it's a lot of it's not, by choice, just because we've never been in the same districts or we're in different classifications. But, when we have a district now that we're still able to play Berkeley and Tampa Catholic, but now we add the likes of Calvary and Lakewood and Boca Ciega into one district, which is, to me, those are those are 4 or 5 of the top teams in Tampa Bay year in, year out. And for us to be in one district is exciting. It makes, we've won district championship after district championship, but it's been in 1 and 2 team districts because we were always with a smaller group of teams. But now we have the opportunity to play the likes of Lakewood every year, and we get to play Calvary again, which we haven't played them in a few years. So I'm excited about it. I think that there's, just like we're talking about with the college football playoff, there is no classification system or district system that everybody's going to be happy about. But I think for us, selfishly, usually I have to schedule 9 games outside of my district, which is always hard, which forces us to travel. But I think the furthest game we have away from home this year is Cardinal Mooney up in Sarasota County. So a lot of local games. And one of the things we talked about as the staff is every game's a rivalry game for us. The Austin schools that we play, Calvary's 2.5 miles from our campus. Lakewood is the other, big football program in the county. So we're all excited about, the possibility of it.
I think it's great for fans, too.
Absolutely. Coach, let's wind this down, of course.
No doubt.
Yeah, a 10-3 record this season. Let's talk about some of your stat leaders and just the importance. Carice, 1,938 yards with 20 touchdowns. That's passing yards, excuse me. Corey, of course, had 1,006 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns. For receiving, Luke Wilson, 583 yards, 5 touchdowns. All-purpose yards, Corey once again with 1,444 yards. Tackles was Darius Williams with 127. Sacks, Cameron Andre, 9.0. And interceptions, Josiah Smith with 4. Coach, break down just real quick, just real simple, the amount of just the talent here, what these guys meant for your successful season.
Well, you mentioned Corey. We were always able to have Corey for 1 year. He transferred this year from Mitchell. Corey was a great player. He's probably, for the limited time that he's with us, he's one of the top running backs that we've had, and we've got one that's on Indiana's team playing for the number 1 team in the country right now. So, you can't ignore the talent that he had. But at the same time, if you watch us play, we play with 2, 3, 4 running backs a year. So we return some people there. Davion Epps, Corey's brother, Peyton Sims, will be a junior this coming year, so he'll be a good player. The great thing about that is every other player that you mentioned outside of Josiah Smith, the leading guy with interceptions, they all return. We started 4 underclassmen on the offensive line, 3 underclassmen on the defensive line. We return all but 2 people on offense. We lose 3 people on defense. So we're excited about the future. I think that, Chase coming back, it's his first full year as a starter, even though he replaced Shawnee Newton last year in the state championship game. It was his team this year, and, he navigated it well. He played well. So we're excited about it. I think our receiving core, you mentioned Luke Wilson.
Yep.
Our receiving core of Luke Wilson and Farrell Tillman and Malik Newton and Davion Bellum, and I could go on and on, is probably one of the best receiving units that we've had. So everybody that sort of expects to see the same CCC football moving forward, they may be a little surprised.
Just real quick. So basically, that's going to be a great another season for the Marauders football. Coach, thank you, of course, for a great season with you guys. So,
My man, we got to take a break.
Thank you, sir.
And we look forward to having you join us quite often for your vast input. And after your Miami Hurricanes win, we'll have you down here for some beverages away from the microphones, and you can celebrate and have a great time. How about that? And then you could bring your lovely bride, who's also, people don't realize unless you listen to our golf show, his lovely bride played golf for the University of Miami and was a studette, and that's where you met her. So, and she's probably as loud as proud as you, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. She's actually a lot better golfer than I was a football player. So, there you go.
All right. Merry Christmas to your family, man. It's
all right. Merry Christmas, guys.
It's
Merry
a pleasure
Christmas.
to have you in our
Coach.
world.
God bless you,
And
Coach.
Chris
Thank you.
Harvey. And I got to say this. He's probably still listening. When I first met him, 5 years ago, I thought this guy's just a hard ass, man. he's a gentle.
Tristan-
but
he's a gentle giant.
Although opinion, he's got a good heart. I'll say that, and that's why these guys play for him.
And
so.
Tristan said Deshaun Cuono is that running back from Indiana, the former CCC Marauder. So, yeah, fantastic.
How cool is that? And that's the kind of stuff what we were going to cover in 2026. We'll be right back for a conversation with Alex Reba here on the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connections College Game Day Tailgate Party live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill in Miami and Texas A&M on 120 televisions down here in about 35 minutes.
Jake Paul won't be.
I got a story there, too. We'll be back. Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. Stay tuned.
Early in the second quarter, OU with a yardage advantage at the time of 181-12. Alabama had no first downs early, 3 straight 3-and-outs, And still, Alabama advances to the Rose Bowl quarterfinal to face number 1 Indiana. In boxing, Anthony Joshua knocked out Jake Paul in the 6th round in a heavyweight fight in Miami. The NBA's late game went to Minnesota with a late 8-0 run, beating Oklahoma City 112-107 despite 35 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Spurs won their 5th in a row, wins for Boston and Chicago. Philadelphia was a winner at New York, ending the Knicks' 6-game winning streak, 116-107. NHL Dallas 8-3 over Anaheim. Colorado edged Winnipeg 3-2.
Stuck with the family again this holiday?
The Rolex
Don't
Reporter
panic.
fight.
Your
Precisely.
escape plan is here.
And,
the best damn NFL
that fight,
matchups on the
he said,
planet. The
from
heavyweights,
now
the
on,
upsets, the
every
playoff
fight I
chasers.
have,
Every
you're
game that
going to
makes
be-
you yell at the TV
gonna be my
like it
referee.
owes
Really
you
cool guy,
money.
too.
This
Every
holiday
time he
season,
swung by,
we've got them
he was
all.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's a
tune in,
historian.
Tune everyone else out and pretend you're busy with something important. NFL football.
Your holiday survival kit from AM 820 The Big 8.
Oh, and by the way, you're welcome.
The T Florida welcomes a new partner. Liquid Drip and avoid sparkling fruity THC
We can do both next
beverage. Refreshing orange
But,
and blackberry flavors.
He was trying to save
infused
the
with
sport, but he was
THC,
pivots from a
non-alcoholic
185
option
fighter
that gives
to
you a
this
relaxing
huge
feeling
heavyweight
without the
fighter,
hangover.
and then he
0
got
calories,
humbled. I mean,
zero
he
sugar,
could.
gluten-free,
He should have
all
ended the fight. He
natural.
was.
Go ahead and crush a can
He
today.
kept getting. He was.
Liquid
No, he was
Drip
going
is
down
proudly
for
served
to
at on
the
the T
front.
Florida Partners.
I'm saying he was
Sports
taking
Bar and
dives.
Grill
His
and a
interview
Hippie Shack.
afterwards?
Stop
No.
by and give it a
Did he
try.
talk?
You'll be pleasantly
I broke my
surprised.
jaw.
That's
He did break his
Liquid Drip
jaw.
and avoids sparkling fruity THC beverages.
That
Ferg
kid.
Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 local
Olympic
sports
gold
bar,
medalist,
as
heavyweight.
voted by USA Today across from Tropicana Field. Serving
He looked
Tampa
like,
St. Pete for
looked like
33 years.
Lennox
Ferg's with
Lewis. He was built like
35,000
a.
square feet and over
I'm trying to think of the
120
size
TV
and dimensions,
over
or like
12
a
bars to serve
Buster
you.
Douglas.
Live music, night
Buster
night
Douglas in
radio,
shape.
dog park, Bucks raising like
He's a
and
real
watch
deal.
parties.
Yeah, his right was real
We'll
deal.
get
Football watch parties and specials in
But
the
he should have
day.
not went there.
We'll get Christopher down here in January.
that'd be great. Talk
Break it
coach.
down for us.
USA
Because
Today.
he's
Home
all,
of the
Oh,
he's all
Chris,
business, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's
on the
good,
T
man.
Florida
He's
radio
really
shows
Because
on the
my
Big
first
8
thought
AM
is,
820.
like
He's
all boxing.
already in the Florida
Ice
Sports,
Vodka,
not
proudly
Florida
served
Sports,
at Ferg
Florida
Sports
Boxing
Bar and
Hall of
Grill,
Fame.
America's
But what- did you
#1
watch the fight
local
last night?
sports bar as voted
No.
by USA
Okay.
Today.
My first thought in
woke
any
up
fight.
20 to
The
6:30
best
going.
food and drink. That's why Ferg
wrong with
Sports
you? You
Bar
got
and Grill is
Netflix,
voted
you
America's
retard.
number
Just throw
one
it
local
on.
sports bar by USA Today.
But the thing is, I'm wondering, it's all about the rematch, but he didn't put on enough of a fight. I don't think he'd ever get back in a ring. I mean, in fact, his boxing career could be over. I probably should.
He's all about the money.
He's got to go
baby.
back to YouTube.
He
Just
said,
do
I
the
won't-
YouTube, and we're on YouTube. So, but yeah,
He said, I've just begun.
I like the kid. I like what he's trying to do for boxing.
A broken. It's his ass kick. He's coming back like Rocky.
Yeah, who's he gonna fight this
I
time?
thought. I think it was good to humble him a little bit because he hasn't fought really, really great boxers. Would you agree, Tristan? Not at all.
No, I mean he fought
That's
103-year-old
why I've
Mike.
always thought he's a clown show.
Well, Mike Tyson.
Who brings
Yeah,
the
but-
best, not just for the win, but for that
That Mike
post-game
Tyson thing was.
That,
It was good theater.
Made me puke.
I liked it better than WWF.
And if you don't win,
Well, I can't stand
you still get to
WWF.
be there.
I'm just saying, no offense to
Now we
wrestling.
know it's fake. They don't lie to you and tell you that it's a real fight. That Mike Tyson fight was an abomination. I was.
As a
Well, I was
as,
sitting-
as a purist of the sweet science, it nauseated me.
Well, I was sitting with the great TJ Reeves, sideline reporter, Peter Blake, Travis
Welcome back
Faley,
to the
Harry
College Game
DeGree.
Day Tailgate Show on the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. Live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill, right on Central Avenue in downtown St. Pete, America's #1 sports bar, as voted by USA Today. Now let's get back to Mike Ricker.
Welcome back to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connections College Game Day Tailgate Show, live on the Big 8 AM 820 Sports Talk Florida, and the ever-aggressive Aiden Quipet on the other side taking care of things for us today. I won't cut you off. I'll just hijack the show and drop some true ball knowledge. So
The group of five.
You know
group
what?
of five, Aiden.
Touche, dude. We brought Alex Reba into the house, and it's time to. Well, he's not in the house.
Oh.
He's on.
Oh,
the
he's on
line.
the phone. Look at us. We're like,
Anyway,
we're like kids on Christmas
I'm Mike
morning.
Rickard. That's baseball Ben Bothan and Ray Kennedy across from me. And Alex is going to give us a little perspective, a lot of perspective. How are you, my man?
Great to be here, Mike. Excited for exciting CFP slate we got coming today. Already got one game under our belts last night, a great one. A little SEC on SEC crime. You know, I don't mind that. And yeah, I'm excited, man. We got college football.
Well, last night's game, I'm kind of a old Big 12 guy. I watched a lot of Nebraska and Oklahoma, and even Iowa State try to battle once in a while. I love that conference. I knew Bobby Stokes. Well, I still know him. I knew a lot of the players in Norman, and so I was kind of pulling for him. So it's 17-0. I'm talking to my son who placed a wager here and there, and I said, "It's going to kick their ass." Well, not so fast, my friends. So, what'd you think of that second half?
Yeah, it's funny. I only really got to watch the second half live because I months ago agreed to go to a Christmas show with the family because I'm back in Ferg. So I get out of the show. It's halftime of the game. I see 17-17, but at intermission of the show, I checked my phone and I saw it was 17-0. And I was like, what happened in this game? And then I go back, I watch the highlights, I see the pick six, I see the way the momentum of that game completely flips because I think Bama had, when I checked at intermission, negative yardage on offense, similar to that SEC championship game where they could not run the ball the entire time for 60 minutes against Georgia. And I'm like, all right, the home crowd, the atmosphere, the way Bama kind of finished this season on a sour note. It looks like Oklahoma's going to get the win in Norman, and like you said, bring a little bit of excitement back to that part of the country. But then Bama, to their credit, they turned it on. I mean, they made plays. They got healthy too. A lot of those guys that they leaned on offense throughout the season, they were not healthy in those backstretch of games, and they went through a gauntlet. They had to beat multiple ranked SEC teams in the middle of the season, but they got through it, and they gave themselves some room to breathe at the end of the season by doing so. But yeah, they found a way to hang tough in that game. Ty Simpson made plays. Jan Miller, their running back, made some great plays down the stretch. They closed out the game. And also Oklahoma just self-inflicted wounds. You can't throw interceptions at the end of halves to close out the momentum that way, and you can't throw picks. And he was kind of spraying the ball all over the field. There were drops all over. It was just not a clean game by the Sooners.
Alex, first of all, I'm going to say that given that on any given weekend you could be on a jet going to any part of this country to see a live college football game, you're not going to get any kind of grief from me about having to take one for the team and be with family last night, but it was a good game. But let's focus on today's game with Miami, not getting that love or getting love going into College Station against Texas A&M. Carson Beck, what's he going to be today? Is Bain going to be going crazy? Will Texas A&M get that running game going? What do you see happening there today?
Yeah, no doubt, in my opinion, this is the most exciting game of the slate. I think no one's going to push back on that, and that's a whole other conversation about the other teams that made it into the playoff field this year. But I think this is, for so many reasons, a fantastic matchup, not only because we have the did Miami deserve to get in over Notre Dame argument. In my opinion, not an argument, considering both of these teams that are playing today were the teams that Notre Dame lost to. I think that's very clean. That puts a nice little bow on everything. Sorry, Mike, but no, I'm not shedding any tears to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish today. But back to the game.
You never do.
Yeah.
Let's get to the game at Cal Field. So I think I was watching the game day, guys. I was looking at these teams on paper. I think what this comes down to is going to be these defensive lines and these offensive lines. I think these are two of the best trench games you could ever anticipate between the two teams. Texas A&M leads the country in opposing offense conversion rate. They only allow a first down 22% of the time as a defense, whereas Miami, 47% of the time, their third down conversion rate is 20th in the country. So it's going to be about getting these guys on pace as an offense. Can Carson Beck not take sacks? Can he move the ball downfield without forcing himself into late-game situations, which he has not necessarily fared well off of? And this A&M defense, they're not big up front, but they have a lot of speed on the edge. They can get to the backfield very quickly. And Carson's going to have to make smart decisions quickly so that he doesn't put his team into bad third and long situations where it's going to be nearly impossible to pick up those yards that he needs. He's going to have to lean on his explosive playmakers. Malachi Toney leads the country as a freshman in total receiving yards and catches. He wasn't credited with a drop this entire season. He was the ACC Freshman of the Year, Offensive Freshman of the Year, and he sets the record as a freshman at Miami for catches. He's an absolute stud. He can make plays with the ball from behind the line of scrimmage, get downfield after the catch. Yeah. And also Mark Fletcher, their run game. That's going to have to take pressure off of Carson Beck if the Hurricanes want to go into the outfield and pull the upset.
Well, Alex,
on the other hand, A&M, a lot of talent, but they haven't necessarily fared well as a defense, stopping the run from giving up big plays. We saw them have to come back in late game situations. They're 4-0 in those late game situations. We saw Miami kind of crumble in those. Those are going to be some bugaboos that Carson Beck's going to have to find a way to get past today.
Alex, let me go back to last night's game. Is there any truth to, or you think the fact that if Kalen DeBoer, if they lost that game, if Alabama would have lost it or been embarrassed, that he possibly and/or would have been fired and may have been on his way to be coach at Michigan next, having his Washington roots and being that is maybe the success there at Alabama. And then also, because I asked an Alabama booster here last night, and by the way, I want to also ask you, are you going to be in town on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? Because there's going to be a rock party here between Indiana and Alabama boosters, crazy game day here. And I'd like you to come over and be a part of a show with me if you're going to be in the area. If not, you're going to be with family again. I understand that too.
We may be in the area. I will get back to you on that. I should come back the day before New Year's Eve, but talk about that at a later time, because that is all, obviously, I cannot wait to see Indiana, the least winningest program in college football, coming out of the Big Ten with Curt Cignetti, a Pittsburgh guy who's completely transformed that team. Mendoza, one of the most likable Heisman winners you could ever imagine, against the big bad Alabama. To answer your question, to answer your question in a cop-out way, we'll never have to answer that question, because now they've won. They're in the CFP quarterfinals. They have a chance to take off the number one team, and everything will be right again in Tuscaloosa. So who's to say? I, as someone who had to track Kalen DeBoer very closely for a while there due to the rumors that he wanted to take the Penn State job, I never felt that confident, just because of the simple fact that if I was a football coach and I wanted to win, that was my end goal no matter what. And taking all the, there was rumors that his family wasn't happy in Tuscaloosa because of the pressure, because of, the boosters. Take all that aside, because we'll never know the actual honest truth on that. What we do know is that there is no program in college football in the past or in the present that is set up to win better than the Alabama Crimson Tide. They have the most resources, they have the most talent, they have the boosters, and they have the tradition from Bear Bryant to Nick Saban. And now Kalen DeBoer, I know he came into an impossible spot coming in for the guy. The guy after the guy is never the job you want. I mean, credit to a guy like John Shire who had to follow Mike Krzyzewski for the Duke Blue Devils. I mean, that is an impossible task to have. And I think he's done a good job keeping his head. And he's made some crazy decisions. I mean, going for it on fourth down against Auburn in that Iron Bowl earlier this season, that showed, maybe this guy's playing with reckless abandon. Maybe he does just want to throw his chips in and see where they fall. And maybe he does want to get out and take the Penn State job or take the Michigan job. I do not know. None of us know. But what I do know is that he is not going to have a better chance to win a CFP title, in my opinion, than at Alabama.
Fair enough.
So as long as his family's happy, I think he will be very happy to stay there.
Fair enough.
You're listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill down here at 13th and Central, across from Tropicana Field. This will be your headquarters for all the college football playoff action for the next 2 months, essentially. And come on down today, and then, of course, NFL action. Let's switch gears a little bit to the NFL world.
Wow, we're not even going to give any love to the
Tulane.
The other CFP game.
We can talk about Tulane and Summerall and UF. Go ahead, Alex.
Go ahead. Makes me puke.
Give us the liner notes.
Go ahead. Makes me puke.
No, I find that funny that it's not even a conversation topic. No,
Should it be?
I think the Ole Miss game has potential to be fun. You don't have Lane Kiffin coaching. You got the kind of pandemonium with the Rebels. And can Tulane kind of shock the world? I think the Tulane team is a very good team. I watched a lot of American football this year. They have a BYU transfer as Jake Retzlaff as their quarterback. He started the season with kind of a controversy with the Cougars and then found his way to Tulane, and they sneaked their way in by the way the Bulls shooting themselves in the foot, and Navy and everyone kind of in the American didn't really want to win. But Tulane proved it in their American Conference Championship. I think it's interesting that the committee didn't kind of have some chicanery to avoid the rematch, because we already saw these two teams play, and it was a blowout at Ole Miss earlier this year.
Right.
But it's a different day. It's a different team. 2 weeks to prepare, 2 weeks to rest up. I think that game might be a little bit closer. Maybe I'd take Tulane with the points
Alex,
in that one.
Can I ask you,
the
though?
JMU game, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of faith in James Madison. I mean, not only do they have to cross the entire country to get to this game, not only are they a team that probably shouldn't even be in the playoff. Obviously, there was a little bit of crazy stuff.
They're good in their own right.
But Oregon, I think, is a really good team.
Well, let me ask you.
I just think Oregon's a really good team.
If USF played Tulane head-to-head, they didn't play this year, interesting enough. And they've played the last 3 years, but they didn't play head-to-head. Your thoughts, if USF played Tulane head-to-head this year, would USF have beat them? Would USF have possibly been in this playoff game today?
The cynic in me would ask you what part of the season was it when Golish might have been mentally checked out and looking at Auburn jobs or Arkansas jobs. But the optimist in me says, yeah, I mean, I think USF on their best day was more than talented enough to beat anyone in the American.
Week 3 after the swamp.
Teams outside the American.
Week 3.
Week 3. Saw the swamp. I just think that they did not always play sound football. They blew teams like they did against Memphis. They didn't always start off on the right foot against Navy. So Tulane's a tough thing. I think if you would have had to go Tulane, you probably would have favored Tulane in that game, and maybe you could have been surprised if Byron Brown gave you one of his vintage performances.
Wow.
But it's a good hypothetical that we'll never have the answer to.
And Golish had checked out. You could see that. He was already gone.
Quick snapshot then. You're reaching out to Hard Rock Bets, your app right now. Who are you going with today? Because baseball and Big Ben, we're going to compare them later in the show.
So I would be 0-1 if I'm being honest with you. I would have had Oklahoma at home last night.
Oh.
I did get fearful. I didn't personally put any wagers down just because I don't like betting on a team to beat a team twice. I think that's always dangerous.
I agree
especially in
1,000%.
college football where teams, they rarely play. But I would say my heart wants Miami, but my head says Texas A&M, just due to the fact that we've seen Carson Beck this year in late game situations against Louisville, at SMU. Neither time did he fare well, and this A&M home, 12th man, they're going to be riled up. I would lean A&M, but I'm certainly going to be pulling for the Hurricanes because I did put a future on Miami way long ago after the Bulls got trounced by them.
Oh.
As for the other games, I would take Tulane, Ole Miss. Probably would side with the points for Tulane, but I might maybe try to tease that up, give myself some extra cover because I do think there's a chance this game gets out of hand. But I'd like to believe in Tulane. I'd like to believe America deserves a spot in the college football playoff. And then as for Oregon, James Madison, now that that's under 21, now that you don't have to go with the 21.5 hooks they were offering earlier, I would take Oregon. I think that game should be a pretty big blowout for the Ducks. I just think they're way too talented. And then if we want to get a little niche, Montana State, one of the hottest.
There you go. Attaboy.
There we go.
Deep dive. That's why I love Alex Reba.
Absolutely. If you're a college football fan, at 4 o'clock, the only game that you will be watching is not Tulane Ole Miss. It's Montana State, a snow-caked field, a rivalry game, a home field game, semifinals. I think first time ever Montana and Montana State have ever met in a FCS semifinal or in this play in the playoff stage. I believe Montana State, they're 5.5-point favorites. They do have the home field advantage, but the Grizz traditionally, I think, are the powerhouse in that state. I'll ride with the Grizz and the 5.5 points. Give me that. It's a rivalry game. You always take the underdog. And then how about the FCS championship semifinals on the other side? Illinois State and Villanova. My home state has a team, typically Nova, a basketball school, but maybe they're a football school now. They're 1.5-point dogs to the MVC Illinois State squad. Well, I'll ride with Villanova, knowing absolutely nothing about either team.
I watched that Montana and the University of South Dakota game. That's 35 miles from my hometown, Vermillion, South Dakota. And my father was a professor there, and I still have a lot of friends in the administration. So I'm thinking, the Yotes got a chance. North Dakota State got knocked off, and they go and just get absolutely their ass handed to them by the Grizz. And I've got a good friend that's been on the show many times, Wayne Hogan, and he's a former athletic director of the Grizz. And he talked to me on the phone that night about the environment up there, and it is electric, man.
I mean, these tickets are going for $500. It's one of the hottest tickets in the sports world. You gotta love it. You gotta love the rivalry.
And the snow.
All right, I know you want to talk.
Oh, picture that.
We're waiting for Brandy Winans, but I know you don't want to talk a little Rays action, and we're going to talk later in the show. But I want you to share your position on some of the moves that they made this past week. Past 48 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Ben's probably been pretty upset by him as much as I have been as well. It's tough to see an 8-year guy like Brandon Lau, the heart of your offense, a 30-plus home run guy at a premium power position. You don't see a lot of second baseman, let alone lefty second baseman, hit the way he has when he's been healthy for the Rays. It breaks my heart. I love the dog. And Shane Baz, a great guy. I mean, people forget we got him in that Tyler Glasnow, Austin Meadows deal for Chris Archer that was one of the biggest police jobs in professional baseball history, you could argue, off the Pirates. This time, I don't know. I feel a little queasy about the return for Brandon Lau. I know, we're getting top prospects, 2 really high-rated guys out of the Astros farm system, and I love the haul from the Orioles for Boz. I mean, I know we had a bit of a logjam in the starting rotation, so getting that kind of value for him. I mean, we got a top catcher. Hopefully that could potentially solve that issue that the Rays have been crippled by for years. But, yeah, it's tough. I mean, in terms of 2026 outlook, it looks like the team on paper significantly downgraded yesterday. And maybe the rumor is true. Maybe Ketel Marte will be the dominant it's all up for. But personally, as a little bit of a cynical Rays and Pirates fan, I find that hard to believe, especially with that new stadium talks and all the money that's going to be needed for that down the line. This could just feel like another payroll shedding decision.
Well, the Rays definitely, they got cheaper, but they got younger and more flexible. And I'm okay with that, with the new ownership group that now has control over the Rays.
I'm not at all, but go ahead.
I think they have to make some moves. This is the team of the past, and I think that they're trying to move on. They're trying to get cheaper, trying to get younger, and especially guys with injuries like Boz. He had injuries. He was injury prone. He had a lot of injuries that we had to deal with, and I hope that they're moving to become a healthier team, a younger team, and maybe a team that they're trying to say, okay, this is going to be
Why
the
do
team
they keep trading
in
guys
5
in
years.
our division, though? I don't understand that.
I think a big portion of it is that they sell the guys while there's still value there. They're trying to get the most out of them while there's still a little bit of meat on the bone. And the Rays have been pretty good at doing this and getting rid of guys, aside from some of the pitching moves that we've done. Obviously trading guys to the Tampa Bay Dodgers is a little bit ridiculous. But I do think that they're trying to get some money out of these guys that might not have a
Tampa Bay Dodgers. That's the first time you've
But
used
they're
that one.
making moves. That's the thing. And you just said it, no news is bad news. I get the email that shows they're breaking those suites down. They're selling party suites. We said the next 4 years is going to be fun.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
But Alex, don't you think? And these guys were fortunate to spend some time with the ownership several weeks ago down here on our set. Don't you think to get one name deal? Somebody that just shocks the world to start your regime. Just my opinion as a fan.
Marte does it shocks a little.
I think so.
I think Ketel Marte is a home run. I think that is a no-brainer. You can go out and get him, but I look at the moves that the Rays have made historically. They're not going to depart with capital if for a short-term PR win, and most times they're going to take the PR hit. And I know it's a different regime now, so we can't really compare baseball decisions and PR decisions of previous eras because, Stu Sternberg is no longer here, and we have a new ownership group that's going to run things the way they want to run it. But we still have Eric Neander as the head of baseball operations, and I always will believe in him until further proven otherwise. Ouch. But there have been some head-scratching moves in recent years. I mean, you look at the returns they got for Isaac Paredes, and even farther back, you look at the return that we got in the Blake Snell deal. Those are 2 guys that any baseball team should want on their roster. And we had those guys in-house, and we let them go, and we let Tyler Glasnow go. And it's just I want to give the fan perspective here. It's very frustrating to see all of the talent spread around Major League Baseball. And I think we talked about this in the playoffs last year. You can field a team of former Rays typically from all the other teams. And I'm not saying that's every team has.
All right, Alex. No, you're right. That is every team. And I'll tell you this, though, and I get you. I understand you're making, as a Rays fan, you're talking about the last 28 years and get that. Sitting across from Babby, as you already mentioned, Mike, knowing that this is the man that took the Jacksonville team in VyStar Stadium, became the hottest ticket in Northeast Florida, maybe South Alabama, and they're all about PR. I don't know if Marte's the move, but I very much expect there to be that splash move because they're restructuring the inside of Tropicana. They're going to make that work. They're going to get a stadium somewhere. The only thing they can do is splash, but you keep Neander because he understands the nucleus, but you can splash this team and still have a Rays system moving forward. So I think the splash is coming. I think Marte's the guy. They need pitching out there. I think Marte comes here, and we're sweetening that pot with the pickups we're making, and we're also getting a little more talent for the farm.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. The new ownership is looking to the future, and I know I'll be the first person to say it. I've complained about that day in and day out from the
for 3 years that I've had you as my partner.
We've watched him evolve, though. I mean, he's evolving, and I'm evolving.
He's growing up.
You have to think with Lau. He had a lot of injuries. He struggled there injury-wise, and he's not getting younger. Why not get something new out of them? Get some new prospects. Heck, we even picked up another draft pick.
I'm glad
So
you guys
why
aren't
not?
making decisions on who's on the air here, because my ass would have been sent out down the road a long time ago.
Mike's covering the Montana State game today.
Asked me. Alex just shakes his head at me when he comes across. You guys are brutal.
Alex.
I have to push back on your if you guys, I don't know if Ben and Ray, you are on alignment here, but if Cattell Marte is your answer for the splash and Ben saying that Brandon Lau was getting old, Cattell Marte is 32 years old.
No.
I know.
I'm younger with the Cattell Marte deal.
It's a no. Yeah, I was.
I'll
hoping
try
you-
to slide anything by Reba. I'm telling you.
I
right
would,
now.
I would disrespect Alex if he didn't fight back.
No,
You're supposed to
I'm
fight
not
back.
fighting on. I'm not saying he's the young solution.
No, he's not. He's not the guy.
Obviously, it's the prospects that we've been picking up.
And the number
through
2
these
pick
trades.
overall next year that we're going to bring in here, who's going to be
Exactly.
And we groom him, and the Dodgers pick him up.
I'm a little.
Yep,
I'm a
that's
little
the
bit
cycle,
more
baby.
hopeful.
Am I right? Am I right, Alex?
unpassed.
You're right. I've become so cynical, man. This is the Dodgers world, and we're all just living in it. I mean, come on. Paul Stevens is going to be a Yankee, and everybody on the Rays is going to be a Dodger, and we're doomed to do this cycle forever.
You didn't
But
get
go
a
Rays.
beer bought by Babby. Babby bought us all a beer. I am hopeful.
I drank with the man.
Yes, I had a beer. I sat across
now
the
you,
table.
now you don't
from
give a
him.
damn what he does?
No, I do.
I'm
It's just-
sleeping with him.
it just-
It's crazy now. No, I mean, we're friendly.
You're a
but
beer whore.
that beer was good.
We got to have some faith. And I think that the new ownership deserves a little bit of leniency in that regard. And I want to trust their vision. They have not given us any reason to have any distrust in the moves
It's
that
been
they're
5
making.
minutes, but so far the moves they're making, the pop-up stores, the stadium.
And I'm excited that at least something is going on. And I'm hoping, and I do believe, that a big move will come closer to the start of the season.
So
And-
you're thinking, guys, and you agree with him, that the pomp and circumstance will overcome the fans' disappointment?
Yes.
What surprises me is that Stu Sternberg, with everything he did well with his investments, didn't spend a dime other than he had to.
Why do we need to talk about him?
But he didn't have the future vision to realize it doesn't take much of a shakeup to get this town shook up, and that's what this new regime's going to do. They're going to use the resources they have, and they're going to say, guess what? It's actually fun. And Stu Sternberg could have made so much more money, but it might have bought into this community more and might have made him want to stick around and have a stadium.
Alex,
moving
you
forward.
were on the payroll over there for a little bit. I don't know, as an intern or, but you were doing some analytics. What was the climate like in that role over there, working for them?
Yeah, I'm still doing that for them. It was a virtual role, and I don't. My opinion on that is pretty irrelevant because we're just we're hourly guys. We're just helping them keep track of pitches and keep track of stats so that the higher up guys, the guys that are full timers, they can utilize that data to make these decisions that tell you Brandon Lau needs to be traded here and to cash in on that value and to go out and get guys from the Orioles farm
Moneyball,
system,
baby.
the Astros farm system, and Moneyball, yeah, I completely trust, like Ben, the operations staff of this race team because they have done more with less time and time again. And so few teams in professional sports have shown an ability to do that. And you're going to make decisions that you're going to regret, and you're going to make decisions that you're going to, wildly exceed your expectations. I think the Rays have done a very good job of overachieving rather than underachieving. And everyone that I talk to, because, just even living in St. Pete, you meet people that work with the Rays, they love to work for the team. Like, there is a very strong culture at that organization. People really enjoy being an employee for the Rays, and I think it's a very well-run organization. Even in the Sternberg era, I heard he gave out bonuses on his way out. Like, that's the kind of stuff that the Lightning and everyone who loved their previous owner raved about. Obviously, Stu was not the best with the PR situations, and he definitely did not leave a great taste in anyone's mouth at the end of this whole stadium saga. But he did take care of his employees, and he did seem to run a business in a very good way. He just didn't run a baseball team in a very good way. And that's where I hope this new ownership group can gel those two things together, can continue the success on the field, continue making sure people are happy to work for the Rays and we're getting the best people in the front office, but also putting a successful team out there and getting a new stadium that everyone can be proud of. And I just, that's the optimist, the hopeful side of me thinks that all can be achieved.
Well, Thursday night on the T Florida, we had Joe Madden. He came down and sat with us for an hour, and then I sat with him and we had a bite and a beverage afterwards. And I asked him his opinion, and he's met the ownership group, and Joe Madden was very optimistic. I asked him about do they need to get marquee players, and he said, well, not necessarily if they do it right and they get the fans embracing the environment over there and the enjoyment. Stopping at Ferg's first, of course, to start the excitement.
It's a given.
But I respect the heck out of Joe Madden. He's one of the brightest guys that I've ever 20-some years of had conversations with, and he gave him a thumbs up, Alex.
And that's great to hear. I love Joe Madden there with the Rays. I mean, with Kevin Cash and Joe Madden, it's kind of like I've only had two Steelers coaches my whole life, and it's just nice to have continuity at the top. And everyone gets on Kevin Cash for pulling Blake Snell in the World Series, and that's going to happen to any guy at the top of any sporting organization. They're going to make decisions that people are going to question because everyone likes to play quarterback on Monday and second guess. But I think the Rays have had really strong leadership in the front office on the field. It's definitely a bummer to see all of these talented guys playing for other teams: Brandon Lau, Randy Rosarani, Isaac Paredes, Tyler Glass, now Blake Snell. I mean, there's just so much talent. That's what kills you as a Rays fan. But you also have to remember they seem to find a way to get the next guy. And let's not forget, the star, the franchise face, Junior Caminero, was a steal in a trade from years past that the Guardians are kicking themselves over. So we never know when these prospects get traded, what they're going to pan out to be, what they're going to turn out to be. You just have to hope that you can trust in the Rays pitching lab, you trust in the Rays development of their young guys, and you hope that this new franchise ownership has the right ideas in mind. They're not just here to squeeze pennies and try to turn this business into a more profitable venture for them, but they want to win. That they want to see the St. Petersburg sports scene thrive. They want to see the Tampa Bay sports scene thrive, and create a winning product on the field. And I'm hopeful and I'm optimistic as well. So it's great to hear Madden says the same thing.
Alex, thank you very much for your contributions throughout this fall and early winter season. Looking forward to 2026 with some exciting things, brother. Enjoy your family. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I got to say hello to Brandy Winans and goodbye at the same time. I got 2 minutes till hard out. Have a great one, Alex. Just grab a microphone, dear.
Thank you very much for having me, Mike. Happy holidays. Enjoy the football.
You don't even need the headphones. He can hear me.
Talk about that. But there's plenty of time for that. All right.
Grab that microphone,
Thanks,
dear.
guys. Have a good one.
Well, Brandy Winans is one of my favorites. I already bragged about her, but we got about 1 minute now till our heart out there. And unfortunately, things happen in life. But great to see you again.
It's always great to be back.
And you've had a blast with this 50th anniversary. The wife of Jeff Winans, who was recognized and in this book. Let the audience know the book real quick, and then we're going to be we're going to be cut off.
The Tampa Bay Times has recently come out with the first 50 years anniversary, and there's Jeff and Leroy when they won their first game on December 10th, 1977. So they do it from 1974 all the way through our 50th anniversary.
And you've been a big factor all along since you lost your husband, and a big factor in the fight against the mental illness issues that have come out, as well as you were the president of the Sports Club of Tampa. You're still rocking and rolling, and we're going to get you on in the future. I'm probably going to squeeze you in the second hour real quick. All right, there.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connections College Game Day Tailgate Show. 1 hour. We're going to flip the switch right over to Florida Sports Streams, RadioStPete.com. We've got 2 high school teams in the house, and then we'll have a conversation with Brandy, beginning of that, and then you guys will be able to rock and roll on little bucks and hard rock bets. All right, we'll be back on the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection, hour number 2, live from Ferg's Sports Bar and Grill.
I'm good. Hold on, I got to get a picture with.
At the page, and of course, we include
Test.
Yeah.
Those are the bad ones.
Move those.
Okay, so use this mic.
Yep, nice
Perfect.
and loud.
Perfect.
Loud and proud.
And then we're going with the Marauders. They're going to come up afterwards.
Yeah, he's gonna go get him. 5 minutes. You can sit on this, Ray. Ray, you can sit in on this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, oops. I am the Lucy show today.
Yes, you are.
I know. I am.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Welcome back to the hour number 2 of the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. We flipped the switch. Actually, we're still on YouTube, and fortunate to have my man Tristan taking care of that. We're on RadioStPete.com and Florida Sports Streams. Had a great first hour. Alex Reba and, of course, Chris Harvey and Ben Botham and Ray Kennedy joined me and talking a little Rays. But, it's our the 50th anniversary, and it's been a celebration all season long. And we've had, I think, 16 different guests that were a part of that. Everything from the cheerleaders to the Barry Smiths, the Dave Greens of the world, Dan Siciliano.
And I said this morning. I said, and also it's about the families of the players and the history, and it not just someone as learned as Miss Brandy right here next door, right? But this picture, you told me how you met Jeff when you walked into that.
Well, we better introduce her.
I'm sorry. Well, they were listening on the first half of the show, and we've been 2 hour.
We got about 30 seconds into her.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'm sorry. I was not being full. Please.
Brandy Winans is the lady godfather of the greater Tampa St. Pete area when it comes to sports. And you got to agree with that, Ben. She's been with me since back in the day when we had 2 microphones and the internet would blow up, and I stumble and bumble. Not that I don't still, and we'd beg for guests and topics, and she was by my side and made the set look good. So I owe her a hell of a lot.
Well, we've come a long way, baby.
Oh,
you
my
guys
God.
have you've run with it now, Mike, and it's amazing.
Well, we got a long ways to go, and we're going to get there. And but I applaud you for everything you've done. And why don't you give our audience a little of your history with the Buccaneers, with your husband, and of course, your role in many areas in Tampa Bay sports.
Well, I was married to former NFL player Jeff Winans, and we met in 1970 when he was playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and eventually married. And I was also in the media at that time, and then I was working sidelines Vidafont back in the Vidafont days with CBS. My brother was a senior producer director there, so my introduction to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was really an amazing time in my life because we didn't have a team before, and Jeff had come in 1977 from the Oakland Raiders via the Buffalo Bills, and then back to the wonderful Tampa Bay Buccaneers because Coach McKay had been his coach at USC.
And let me explain for people out there, Bucs fans or anyone else that's watching, you're going to know this picture because it's you're listening out there on our podcast here. This is in the
RadioStPete.com and Florida Sports Streams and YouTube.
And YouTube. And this is the book that accompanies the 50 years, the Raise the Flags documentary.
This was put on by the Tampa Bay Times. And if you go to the Tampa Bay Times, you can actually pick up your own copy. It is the history of the Bucs 50 years. And we have been celebrating all year, starting with a wonderful thing that we did in September that I was able to take my son to. And the Glaziers over at One Buck Place, they did an amazing job to bring everybody into where the training center is and do a first-class morning before the game that day. And then we were able to just have an amazing day. And then my NFL alumni, we did a 50-year anniversary party. It's just been amazing. The documentary now is on Prime. It's called Raise the Flags. And if you haven't seen it, it is in episodes, so it's broken out by the number of years, starting from the very beginning.
It was so. I think we've all seen it here, and I think we've all cried here while watching it. And some of it's because I know you now, and I want to explain also this picture that's in here of Jeff. This is it's in the Superdome after their first victory in December 12th, 1977, and Leroy Selman, the defensive leader and leader of this team, is shaking the hand of Jeff Winans, who is a offensive lineman, a guard with our Buccaneers. And that's why this picture, and that's why I want to explain that, because if you're listening out there on Radio St. Pete, and you've seen this picture, you should have seen it already before, but you saw it in a documentary, and now you see it here in the book. And that's the guy you met when you walked into that little bar in Tampa over there.
That's right.
And that big hunk of meat stands within the bar, and you went over and you had to have a drink with him. Tell us a little bit more about Jeff.
You hustled him?
Actually, my roommate took me to Molly Maguire's. It wasn't my cup of tea. The drinking age was 18 here then.
How old were you?
Over 21.
Okay.
Statute of limitations, Mike.
I've been trying to figure out her age since I met her.
She knew Jeff from the pool area because a lot of the Buffalo bartenders and everybody that the Maguire brothers came down and opened up Molly Maguire's, and a lot of them lived at the Breakers where I was living at the time. And so it turned into something. She introduced me, and he asked me to sit down and bought me a drink.
And explain also, I'm all around the place, but I got to get so much out of you. We only got a few minutes.
Yeah.
Explain, because
we're going to bring her back. Don't worry.
We're going to come back, but explain out there the description you got from Jeff, the plane ride home from New Orleans after that first victory in 1977. A little bit of that flavor for us.
Well, Hugh Culverhouse, if you're not familiar, everybody knows about the Glaziers now, but if you haven't been able to understand the Bucs history, Hugh Culverhouse came down from Jacksonville. He was an attorney. He bought the Buccaneers for $16 million, okay? And he got this plane.
The plane.
Everybody has a story about. They need to do a documentary about the plane.
This is a famous plane.
The plane. And literally, sometimes they were afraid that the plane wasn't even going to get off the ground to get in the air.
You should have heard Randy Grimes, the cheerleader.
Well, Randy said three
Barry
players.
Smith, David Green.
After the snowstorm game, three players refused to get back on the plane. They flew on their own dime.
Everybody has a story about the plane.
But tell us about the plane ride home after that victory that night.
Oh, my God. Nobody sat down.
At once.
Nobody sat down.
Abe Gibran was dancing the aisles.
Abe and Jeff became...
He was not a little man either.
I don't know how he danced those aisles, but I know he could.
Yeah, he was about 280 pounds, so and he wasn't that tall.
He wasn't svelte. Just say he wasn't svelte.
He was fleet, but he was big fleet.
He was with the Bears.
Those were some crazy days. Before One Buck Place, where they are now, we were out by the airport in like an industrial area by the golf course.
Hey, I've gotten drunk there a few times, but it was in the parking lot, and it was just because I worshipped the Bucks.
And people talk about diesel fumes while they're practicing, and the cheerleaders, the swashbucklers, they were very, very direct on their distaste for that location.
Yeah, but he was trying to always save money, and so he was very frugal.
Tight ass.
Frugal is a nice word, but
tight ass, not frugal.
Well, I like the way Rich McKay.
He was frugal with what he paid his players too.
Oh my gosh, having to get snacks. And did Jeff? I think I've asked you this before. Was Jeff ever one of those players that jump in the car in his pads and run over McDonald's to get a Whopper or a Big Mac?
That and Krispy Kreme donuts.
In uniform, because that's the break they got. It was 2 days, high school style. That was your Tampa Bay Buccaneers circa 1977.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely
well,
crazy.
It sounds like the movie The Longest Yard back in the day with Burt Reynolds.
And me and Gail Sarans were one of the first media that ever went into the men's locker room. And I have to tell you, that was quite an adventure.
We don't need details. We have high school kids here.
We'll do that show another time.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wind things up. We're going to get you on and spend a good half hour with us. I know you're such a trooper getting down here through we're not going to discuss it all on the air right now. But
Just the Lucy show this morning, and then
you
trying
are-
to find parking.
You were a warrior back then,
And
you're still a warrior, and I
Still got
love
some
you.
cleaning up to do
I
when you
love
get
you
home.
too, babe.
And
right.
thank you for gifting me this. I can't believe this. That's so nice. But Tampa Bay Times to get their copy. I did not know this. Now I do.
I'll give you
Yeah.
the money. You go over and get us a couple.
I will.
Yeah.
My heart wants there to be a machine on every corner where you can just go buy it out of it with a credit card, but that's not
I
coming.
know.
That shows your
Yeah.
age.
We'll work on that.
You can also buy it on the Buccaneer app, I'm pretty sure,
Yes.
right now.
Yes, and thank you, Brandy, as always, for joining us.
All right,
Brandy
thank you for having
Winans,
me on.
and she always has a special place in my heart in the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection.
Merry Christmas.
You
to
too, honey.
all.
All right, Brandy Winans. We used to talk about every topic back in the good old podcast days. Now we're going to switch gears and get these young ladies all settled in here. We already had a little conversation. Clearwater Central Catholic CCC with our buddy Chris Harvey. We had a conversation with him beginning of the show. So this is turning into the CCC show, and the ladies are represented as well as the football team today, talking about the future's so bright over there, and now we got all the chairs moved and made a lot of noise, and we're excited about you young ladies. And I'm gonna turn it over to Brad Richardson.
Alrighty, joining us here on the Body Armor Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection show, our high school prep section. Please welcome the Clearwater Central Catholic Morados girls basketball team. Ladies, good afternoon. Good
Let's talk
afternoon.
some hoops.
Let's make some noise. It's Christmas break, right?
Yes.
Y'all excited to be on Christmas break?
They still have to go to practice though.
Alrighty. All right, so let's go down the line. Let's introduce, first of all, on the end, our head coach. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Steve Gowski.
Real quick, Steve. You are an alumni of CCC, is that correct?
Yes, I graduated in 1981.
Well, hey, legacy is always good to have down there. Ladies, now it's on to you.
I'm Sophia Landon.
Nice and loud.
Nice and loud.
Just like you're at practice.
I'm Sophia Landon.
You're losing your voice?
Yes.
well, we're going to talk about why. I mean, it was a very exciting night for one game we're going to talk about. Let's go ahead and go down the line.
I'm Emmy Dahlhoff.
And what year, by the way, what year are you guys?
We're both seniors.
Oh, awesome. Class of 2026. So go ahead.
I'm Natalie Hall, class of 27. I'm a junior.
Alrighty. And then finally, last but not least.
Hi, I'm Elle Goodrow. I'm a sophomore, class of 28.
All right, ladies, speak loud because everybody's listening to you. And also, too, this is being live streamed through YouTube.com.
And we'll have you share that microphone with these young ladies, so we can get plenty of coaches' participation. Let's see, just wants to sit back and. It's all about the girls,
Absolutely.
Coach, but we got to have you drive traffic a little bit once in a while.
All right, and once again, ladies, this is being streamed through RadioSapePete.com, but it's also being video streamed as well through YouTube. So just take a moment, see that camera over there, wave to the camera, wave to the
I'll
camera.
get out of the way so I don't ruin the picture.
All right, so first of all, ladies, welcome down here. Of course, we are already off to a great start with your guys this season. I'm just going to say the record right now: 10-0, 10-0.
Wow.
Beautiful,
Bravo,
beautiful,
bravo.
beautiful. All right, so let me ask you this. We're going to start down here on the end. Tell us your story. What brought you to CCC, and how long have you been playing basketball?
My sister went to CCC.
You can pull that over in front of you, young lady. There you go.
My sister went to CCC, and so I went, and then I started playing basketball in middle school with Emmy. So I've been playing for like 7 years.
What position do you play?
Shooting guard.
All right, going down.
My sister also went to CCC, so I went there, and then I've been playing also since middle school with Sophia. So yeah.
What position you playing?
Point guard.
Calling all the shots.
Go ahead.
I also have a brother that goes to CCC, and I went to middle school with Emmy and Sophia too, and we played basketball in middle school.
Is he an athlete as well? Your brother? Does he play sports?
Yes, he plays basketball, lacrosse, and soccer.
Wow, multi-sport athlete.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit?
Yeah.
And last but not least here on the end?
So I never really thought of going to CCC. I always thought I was going to SPC.
Okay.
So I went to, what was it called? It was like...
I think the Marauders sound better than the Barons for a gal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, I think it was like a tour for CCC, and I went, and I really like enjoyed it. And
it's called a recruiting trip, by the way.
Hey, Mike, hey, be nice, be nice.
I'm just being.
We got some legacies here,
I'm an old
Mike.
man that's been doing this a long time. That's a recruiting trip.
Yeah. Last year I was either center or forward, and I think I'm like all around.
Play everything.
Yeah.
Coach, you love that, don't you? Having a utility player like that.
You know, so of course, you know, we talked to Coach Chris Harvey, which, by the way, Coach, if you're listening, thank you, of course, for getting the girls basketball team down here. Coach, I want to start with you on the end. Of course, as we stated, you are an alumni of CCC. What sports do you play down here? Were you a basketball player?
Yes, I was.
All right. Tell me about your legacy and time.
You
there
weren't
at
on the
CCC.
girls team, though, right?
No, I was Nick Cavallero's team.
Oh, you were?
Oh, Nick, yes.
There you go.
All right. Tell me about your time there. What made CCC so special when you were there?
I also had my whole family go through there. 5 of us went through there.
Wow.
So, nice Catholic school, nice Catholic family.
Rich tradition.
Yes.
That's what I love about the Catholic schools.
Well, back then, you paid for one, the other 4 got in for free.
There you go.
Not anymore.
Well, I'm from Iowa, and everybody from my dad, to my sons, and myself, we all went to the same Catholic school. And that's the tradition you see.
Yes.
Whether we're sitting across from Jesuit or CCC or SPC, you know, that's one thing I love about the Catholic
my kids
schools.
also went there, too.
Man, beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, you know, ladies, let's talk about something. Of course, record is great already and all, but there's one game I want to talk about, and this had a bunch of milestones we're going to go over. So, first of all, Academy of the Holy Names, double overtime. Mike, listen to this. Final score, 49-48.
Is that the Lady Jesuit team?
No. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, that is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I had to think about that for a second. Yeah. Lady
That's
Jesuit.
a big win.
Yes,
Was that at home too, or?
It was at home.
Oh, was
First
it
win of my
packed?
15
Was it
years
packed?
coaching.
Oh, good. You know, sometimes with some sports, you know, they don't go notice that much, and there's not a crowd, but it's good to see that, and that's one thing I want to get into as well.
Jim was jammed?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Bravo.
Mr. Harvey filled the football guys in there for us.
Good,
did he?
Chris.
Yeah,
Chris,
there you go.
Thank you.
We had to buy him pizza, though, to come in.
Well, of course you did. He comes down here, I got to buy him some grub, too.
Exactly. So, of course, big Nick game and all that. So, tell me, that was a competition. Tell me what it was like playing them. How did you guys keep into the game? And we'll go to also, you know, the last seconds and how everything panned out. So, what made it a tough? What made them a tough team exactly? Anyone can answer
Well, you
this.
can be a leader.
I feel
Point
like
guard. You're calling the shots. You're driving the team.
I feel like just like their overall defense and offense was pretty consistent. And then just us like sticking together and like also being consistent helped pull out the win in the end. So
I'm just going to guess. This is a quick team, isn't it?
Very fast.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just looking at your slight builds, you guys look like you'd be defensively wise, getting the ball up and down the floor. A quick team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. It's fun to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Run and gun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Take me to the last seconds, though. I want, for all this listening, how did that pan out? The last seconds. How did you all get that 49-48 win? It was obviously in double overtime. Play by play.
So we were up by I think 3 because they were fouling us to stop the clock, and like the last few seconds we knew that like if they scored a layup, we'd be up by 1 and we could just like hold the ball and get it. So we just made sure that like they didn't get any open threes, and their big made like the layup. So we were only up by 1, but we just held it at the end. So we won the game instead of just.
And the whole school went nuts.
But
I can imagine.
And
Did they all charge the court?
And they
Did
all
everybody
knew it.
charge?
And the cool thing is they all knew it the next day in the halls, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
For the last 2 minutes of the overtime, Emmy just dribbled the ball the whole time.
And we're going to talk about Emmy real quick, and I think we should give a big shout out to her. Emmy, congratulations, 1,000 points.
This little thing, 1,000 points.
I mean,
Bravo,
first of all,
young
I mean, when
lady.
you got your 1,000 point, did the whole place go nuts as well?
Yeah,
It
it
was-
happened the game before, and then we just celebrated the academy game. So
Awesome.
Bravo.
Awesome.
You're never going to forget that. I assure you that.
Well, I mean, they're going to hang a banner. They're going to hang a banner and all that in the gym. So, and hopefully we'll see.
I think they're changing the name to her, the school.
So for right now, you're only a junior, correct? Right? You're senior, right? Who's this?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, senior.
You're a
yes.
senior, yeah. So that's a great capstone. Of course, the other one I don't like to jinx teams when I say, you know, get to that 1 point during the season and all, but that's a great capstone for you. What was it like for you to get 1,000 points?
I feel like it was just like amazing, and then just seeing like my team support me all the way through it and all my coaches. So yeah, it was just really amazing.
Awesome. So, you know, obviously I just talked about the community there at CCC. The students, great and all that. Tell me, for all of you, what is it like? What is it like to be in that community, the supportive community of CCC?
I feel like, especially like at the games when everyone comes out and like supports, it's just nice to see like how like I guess like tight knit we are, and like we're almost like a big family. Everyone comes out to support each other. We go to other people's games like football. So yeah.
Definitely loud. I can say that. I remember years ago going down to a CCC football game, even volleyball. By the way, volleyball, of course, is very big at CCC. It's just energetic. No question, very energetic. And also, so far, I mean, what has been some of the great memories this season? Obviously, we've already talked to her about what's been some of your favorite memories this season so far?
Some of my favorite memories were definitely like after games, we always have bonding moments, and we're always hanging out in and outside of the court, and I feel like that really makes our team stronger when we're all like close-knit with each other.
How do you guys celebrate after a win, by the way, especially with Academy of the Holy Names? Do you guys go someplace to eat and all, or?
Usually after home games, we don't really do much other than celebrate inside the locker room. We like all get really loud, but on away games, we usually go out to eat whenever we have a win.
I mean, there's usually...
But that's fun, Coach.
Ice cream. I love ice cream.
Ice cream. Oh, favorite flavor. Oh, you scream. Ice cream. I heard you say scream, but yeah.
Ice cream. Pistachio.
Pistachio? Oh. I didn't like the face down there. I didn't like that. What was it? What was yours? I mean...
Strawberry.
Strawberry. All right, going down the line. I mean...
Probably just vanilla.
Oh.
Atta girl. I'm with you.
Yeah, I also like strawberry.
All righty, and last but not least down here.
I don't know. I mean, I love like all different types, so probably like coffee ice cream.
Okay. Oh, unique.
That's
Hey.
unique.
That's definitely unique for sure. So, all righty. So one thing we're going to talk about real quick is the Keswick Suncoast Classic. You guys are going to be playing that on December 29th, a few days after Christmas and all.
27th.
Oh, so it's the 27th. Oh, okay. So let me ask you this. What are you excited most about playing in that? You start off with Seminole, by the way. I know Baseball Ben Botham is in here somewhere. So is there a team in there you're hoping to play in the Classic?
St. Pete.
St. Pete. St. Pete High? Or
Yeah, St. Pete High.
Okay, why so?
Because I think the past 2 years we've lost to them by 1 point.
Oh.
You got some retribution.
It's a good competition too, so we'll see how it ends up. But.
So it ends on that, of course. So now let me ask you this: take me through a typical week getting ready for a game at CCC. Obviously, you all practice in the morning, right, before school, or no, after school?
After.
Oh, I tell you what, I've heard some girls' teams they practice before school and after school. So, Coach, you go a little easy on them. Is that right?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Too easy.
Too easy.
Well, school comes first, so they got to go to tests and do all that stuff first.
Bravo,
Yep.
student athletes and all that.
Whatever you're doing's working, so you don't break it, right?
Yes.
So
this group here, this is the best group for 4 years of total wins. They'll be getting over 90.
Oh, my
90.
word. How many years have you been coaching there?
14.
Beautiful.
A lot of losing seasons.
So you love this team.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah. And they got
bunch of girls.
And they got chemistry. They like hanging out with each other.
They're all friends off the court, which is fantastic.
They like eating normal ice cream, except for one.
Well, no. I think Coach had the pistachio one.
Yeah, pistachio.
Yeah, the pistachio one.
Pistachio and coffee. Come on, man. But I'm the most boring old man you're ever going to run into when it comes to eating.
So practice, take me through that. Like, what's some of the things that you do? What kind of drills do you do during practice to make sure you guys are ready for the games?
So usually we start off with like a warm-up, just getting loose, and then usually we'll run through some like plays, defense, offense, and then end up like scrimmaging and just kind of seeing how like that offense works like with defense in play, and then also like how the defense moves and see if it moves right.
Also, sometimes before a game, we'll like implement the other team's defense to see how our offense would react to the other team's defense.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. With everything, sometimes, some coaches are like, we're going to watch real like crazy. We're just going to look back. Is it just always one game forward? Just basically, we're not even going to look back at that. If something happens, I don't like saying the L word on here, but if it does happen, do you dwell on it or no?
Not really. If we ever do dwell on it, it's to like look at what we could fix and improve, and then like we don't like even look back. We just keep on moving forward, and like doing like how we could fix and to improve off of that.
Absolutely. So I got one thing I love is dual sport athletes. Any of you all play any other sports? Oh, what do you play?
I play golf in the.
Atta girl.
Bravo.
So you play with Coach Garvey's daughter?
Yes, I do.
I've had her.
We're really close.
Oh, are you?
Awesome.
I've had her on my golf show.
Can you outdrive her?
No.
No?
She's really.
She's the
I'm
real
not that
deal.
great.
I know.
Yeah, she's really
Hey,
good.
Just the fact that you're playing golf, bravo, because it's a sport you can play the rest of your life. Now, she'll be playing collegiate golf, and I know her dad really would like her to go to Miami, where her mother went, and he went. But, golf, and I know your coach very well. She's a great lady.
Yeah,
Pat.
Miss Shriver. I love her a
Pat.
lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she comes on the show. And so you guys practice at Cove K then, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We could talk golf here for a while.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, we could talk. Mike, you can talk golf all day. So, but you do have your own golf show as well. So.
Yeah, but we'll get the team down there. I'll make sure that when she comes down, she brings all you girls.
Okay. And also basketball, obviously. And then I play lacrosse in the spring.
Lacrosse. Wow.
You
Triple.
Following your brother's footsteps.
Yes.
Footsteps.
More like he followed my footsteps because I played first.
Oh.
There you go. Said like a sister, right? I like that.
What about you?
I play volleyball too.
Oh, well, hey,
I love volleyball.
Look at you. Oh, man. How far did you, for everyone listening, how far did you all get this year?
We got pretty far, I think, but last year was definitely, we got pretty far last year. But last year I played beach volleyball, and basketball.
Awesome. So
What's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
Okay, well, hey,
really?
it has to be
Yeah.
right now.
I thought you were going to
It has
say. I thought you were going to say volleyball.
No.
Ooh.
I wouldn't let Coach hold that against you.
All right, so
What about
any
the
other
point guard?
Last year I did flag football in the springtime.
Okay.
That a girl.
It was our first season as a school, so it was really fun.
I bet you were a wide receiver.
I was
defensive back.
I did like all around, and I also played safety on defense.
Yeah, with your speed.
Yeah, it was
quickness.
fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got a lot of interceptions, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ooh, you remember how many?
I'm not
No?
sure.
I never thought that, I never thought that I would embrace girls flag football, but it has become huge, and it's going to be a sport, I think, in every school in the future.
I think it's overlooked in the Tampa Bay area. I really do. I mean, everyone just focuses on football itself, but girls flag football and all that, definitely a little more attention needs to be paid to that. And also, all right, so, of course, game day traditions, okay? Out of all of you here, who gets everyone hyped up the most? Is there someone here? Ellie, is that you?
The leader? Who's the leader in the locker room?
I think, who's the leader? Yeah, exactly.
Point guard?
I mean, I feel like there's like a few people. Julia, she's one of our teammates. She gets us hype a lot. She's super outgoing and fun. Who else? Morgan also, yeah, she's also super outgoing.
Is there a specific chant that she does to get you all hyped up and all, or?
Sometimes, I don't know. Yeah, we just blast music basically, and we're
well,
just
who's
like,
on the playlist? That's always what I like to
I
know.
probably
Who's on
got
the
the same playlist you guys do.
I usually connect, but everyone like gets on my phone and like adds songs what they want. So basically, just a mix of all the people. So
Just a general playlist and all that.
Well,
so.
I probably got the same thing.
So, Coach, with every team we talk to, all of them have a message, whether it be Bible verse or just a quote for the season. What is the quote that you all use for the Marauders to basically define a successful season?
Oh, yeah.
Just win, baby.
That's it?
There's no I in team.
Okay, obviously.
And it's we over me.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That's common.
One team, one dream. I like
One
that.
yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. Is that something new? Has that been something going on for a little while?
Just we come up with different ones every year.
Okay.
Yeah, every year we have like new practice shirts, and this is like one of the practice shirts, and they just have like our slogan of like the year basically.
I like that. One team, one dream. That works for every sport.
Yeah, team over me. That's been common in CCC and all that. I've seen that a lot. That's something Coach Harvey, of course, definitely dwells on and all that. So, alrighty, Mike.
Well, ladies, I guess a couple things we need to do. A little shout out to anyone at home that's been. You look like. Well, I don't know if I want to or not. Yeah.
I guess like shout out to my family.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what's at home. How about their names? Because obviously they've gotten you where you're at.
Gotta thank your parents.
My parents.
Help her out here, will you, Coach?
Yeah.
Oh, Deborah and Tyler.
You're going to be really impressed with what you appreciated them.
And my sister, Lindsay.
There you go. Good job. Can you try to do a better job than that, please?
Hey, come on.
You're the point
Hey.
guard.
Also my family, my mom.
I'm a little concerned about her family environment now.
My mom, my dad, my brother Will, my sister Clara.
Your parents' names?
Melissa and Bill, and then my grandma Sandy, and then my grandpa Tom, and then also my other grandma and grandpa.
Well, you know what? That's the beauty of having family behind you to support you, and I guess we're young lady. I know you got a brother.
Yeah.
What was your brother's name, by the way?
Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah, he played basketball and he wasn't really that great, I would say.
You
but
kick
he,
his butt in the driveway?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, but he definitely had heart and would always tell me even if you're not the best on the team, as long as you try your best, and that's what really makes up for it.
That's a great brother.
Yeah, definitely him and my dad, because my dad would always make me go to the gym to work out and play some basketball.
He wanted to see you successful. What's your father's name?
Non.
Okay.
And my mom too. She's always in the stands cheering.
Does she have a big? Does she have a big poster and all that?
No.
No.
She just uses her voice.
So everyone can hear her, right?
Yes, sometimes.
I'd say my mom and dad. They're actually here right now. Daryl and Bethany.
Oh, they're out. They're on the main restaurant and all that.
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay.
There you go.
They're really supportive of me, especially my dad. I feel like he knows how to cheer me up and stuff. He's pretty loud too. My mom would record me and I can hear my dad yelling and stuff.
Hey, he loves you.
He just always said he would always tell me to stay focused and stuff.
That's what dads do and moms do that have a passion for you.
Yeah.
How about this? I'm from the great state of Iowa, and I know her fairly well. I know her family very well. How many Caitlin Clark fans do we have here?
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. What?
I don't really watch basketball.
Oh.
You don't.
No.
You just play it. You don't watch it, right? I know a lot of people like that. You're not wasting your time watching other people. You're working on your own life. That's good. Yeah, Caitlin Clark was down here in November, and if I'd have known, I would have got that you were a golfer. I would have got you over to that event. I think that Coach's daughter got to go over to the Annika golf tournament. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you met her the year before, didn't you?
Yeah, I went this year too to the Annika.
Oh, did you?
Mhm.
Did you?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, how
The
about?
best thing about these girls is they're all A students.
Oh well, bravo.
Bravo.
They can't talk to me very long because my IQ isn't too high.
I mean, and that's the important thing, real quick. That's the important thing with these girls. Student athletes, students first.
Yep.
How about? I'm afraid to ask this. Favorite Christmas song and favorite Christmas movie.
I would say my favorite Christmas song is, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, hey, a classic. Come on.
You're a classic.
That was just rated the worst Christmas song.
No. Yeah, I think it's
You
a
got
classic.
any more sound bites for us?
And my favorite movie is probably The Grinch.
Okay,
course,
with
of course
Jim
it
Carrey,
is.
right? The Jim Carrey one, right?
Wait, what?
Jim
Oh,
Carrey?
yes, the Jim Carrey one.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
My favorite song is probably
Turn that microphone around there, point guard. There you go.
this way. Okay. My favorite
There you
song
go.
is probably I guess Jingle Bell Rock.
Okay, all right.
Favorite movie.
The Brenda Lee one.
Christmas Story.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a great movie.
24
Yes.
hours.
You'll
so
shoot
24 hours.
your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out.
My favorite Christmas song is "Last Christmas" by Wham. It's one of my
Oh.
mom's favorite too. So I always grew up
That's a great song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
really
is.
like it.
I'm an over the top grandpa and parent. And I've always obviously overdone. I walk around like a nut job for a month and throw a lot of parties. But that's a good call.
Yeah, my favorite Christmas movie is definitely Home Alone.
Okay.
You're my favorite right now, just for a minute. Yeah, good call.
My favorite song is probably "Do They Know It's Christmas."
Okay.
And,
Great song.
Yeah, and Home Alone. I love Home Alone.
Home
All
Alone
right.
is. I've actually.
I think we have 3 fans of Home Alone here, Mike.
Yeah, I'm such a nut job. I've actually gone in Chicago to that home, and
Wow.
You can actually stay there now.
Yeah, it's an Airbnb. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
It's an Airbnb. So tell that it's on your bucket list. How about you, Coach?
Oh, I like the movie Elf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
All right. And Christmas song.
Elf grew on me. I don't know how he can do that movie and keep a straight face. Will Ferrell, he's just amazing.
It's like us keeping a straight face when we were practicing.
All right, I'm done for the day.
You've already pretty much told us your favorite Christmas movie. Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
White Christmas. I'm older than dirt.
All right, all right. You know, one I didn't hear any of you say Christmas movie wise. Christmas Vacation.
Oh, I like that.
That's
my
num-
mom's
That's actually
favorite.
that's number one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've only watched it 1,000 times. I could probably give you every line. That's how sad my life is. And I've got my 7-year-old grandson and my 5-year-old granddaughter addicted to the movie already, so they know all the lines. You got to admit that's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then of course I'll just say real quick, my favorite song. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's just
It
appropriate.
is.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have made it a nice holiday 10-0, and we certainly appreciate you coming down. Like I said, I got a soft spot for CCC, and we're going to get you involved with the golf side of things, and we'll be following you girls the rest of the year. Coach, thanks for bringing them down on.
Thank you for inviting us to
on a
come down
holiday.
here. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
And ladies, good luck on December 27th with the Keswick Suncoast Classic. You'll be facing off against Seminole, my alma mater, by the way. And Coach Ben Botham's
Kick
also
their
here.
butt.
Yeah. Yeah. But ladies, thank you for coming down here. Enjoy your Christmas break. Relax. And yeah, we look forward to seeing CCC girls basketball for the rest of the season.
Thank you,
Thank
girls.
you.
Thank you. Once again, CCC girls varsity
Thank you.
basketball team.
Now we're going to switch gears and talk a little soccer.
Yeah. Hey, girls, come over for pictures.
They're going to get a quick picture real quick and all that. So once again, Mike, great having them down and all. So yeah, it's time to switch gears.
Can we get our Christmas fix in?
We'll get that, Ben. We'll get that, Ben.
What's yours?
Are we going song or are we going movie?
Favorite song.
All right, favorite song probably has to be Faith of Our Fathers, Bing Crosby.
I love that.
I think that's a great one, and I love you throwing out, what was it? What was your favorite Christmas movie, Mike, that you put out there? Was it White Christmas?
No, my song was White Christmas.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie. So my top five movies got to be It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Top five.
And
top
if
five.
anybody ever tells me that Die Hard is
it is.
Then you are officially done with the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection.
No.
That is not a Christmas movie, dude.
Yippee-ki-yay.
No, I'm glad you did that. Not a Christmas movie. Die Hard.
It takes place
What
during Christmas.
is wrong with you?
Oh, welcome to the party, pal.
Anyway, all right. Why don't we get on a better conversation with these young ladies that came down? We've got a mic for you to share. There you go. You can use that one, and you need to share, and then you put that one in front of you.
And ladies, speak loud and be talkative because, right over here, this camera, that is being live streamed through YouTube. So real quick before we introduce you, take a quick wave to the camera. Say hi to all your fans watching. And
thank you for coming down.
Yeah. Joining us here is, of course, the Indian Rocks Christian Girls Varsity Soccer Team. Ladies, thank you for being down here, of course, during Christmas break. How excited for you all to be on Christmas break right now? Let's start there down with you.
So excited. Yeah, I'm really excited too.
Yeah, it's a much needed break.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
You can move that over there. So talk nice and loud and right into those. Because we archive this so your families can listen to it. And you don't want to sound just like you're this little peep, It's like you girls are out hanging out together.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Have fun.
All right, so first of all, I'm sorry about this. We forgot to introduce you all. I'm Brad, so I've got everything set up for you guys to be down here. So introduce yourself.
They don't care who you are.
I know, but hey, I got to make myself known.
This is all about them.
Yeah, I know, Mike, but hey. Anyway, introduce yourselves.
I'm Amelia Clarkson, class of 27.
What do you play, by the way? What position you play?
Striker.
All right.
Center forward.
I'm
Next
just
up.
learning the game of soccer. I've got a book on my desk called Soccer for Dummies. So you girls will have to excuse me a little bit if I ask you. Striker. That means you want to score.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
I'm Aubrey Gilby, and I play midfield. It's more like defensive, though, so I just, like, help in that area.
You're like a defensive linebacker in football.
Kinda. Yeah.
Atta girl.
I guess you could say that.
I'm Elise Miles, and I play this season center back. So
Okay,
defense.
center back, defense?
Yes, sir.
My name's Ella Testatori, and I play defense, but I play outside back, so I run up and
Got a
down.
lot of defensive representation here.
Also, yeah, absolutely.
Defense wins championships. I'm sure the coach will tell you that.
Yep. Yeah. We work together.
Awesome. So, ladies, once again, welcome to the show and all, and thank you for being here on a Saturday. So, let me tell you something. This season for you all, okay, I want to start out. What was the goal that Coach set for you all this season to be successful? What were some of the things that he set out for you all to do?
Well, so each year we have a couple of different goals, I guess, like specific goals. So this year we definitely wanted to host regionals, which I think if we keep going the way that we're doing, I think we're going to be able to do that. But I think as a team, we just wanted to stay unified and just in the body of Christ, you know, and everything,
I love
all that
that.
we can
Bless
offer
you.
him.
Bless you.
Also, last year we made it to states, so a goal is to also go back there.
How cool was that first time?
It was hard.
And it motivates you during the off season
Yeah,
too.
it does.
A good friend of mine is David Wilson from Palm Harbor, and he talks about all every year inspiring and getting his teams. But once you've had a taste, you want to continue.
I agree.
I would say a goal for our team was just like kind of what Amelia said, stay like together as one, and like we're a body in Christ, to show leadership, I guess, and to all like work together. Like if one person makes a mistake, we all do. It's not just them, and like build back on that.
Yeah, I would say building off what all of them say. I just feel like it's so important to like keep the team chemistry up as well. Like if you don't have good team chemistry, like I feel like it splits everyone apart, and like you stay as a group and like as a family, and we work like up and back together all the time.
So you guys are all friends off of the
Yes,
pitch,
for
the
sure.
field. I'm learning some of the language. Am I right? Is the pitch the field?
That's good.
Yeah.
Pitch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm still learning some of the lingo as well too.
I'm
So.
a baseball guy, so pitch,
Right.
So real quick, obviously in the off season, you all did team bonding just to become more close to family. What were some of the things that you did? Was there like different places you ate at, stuff along those lines? So
Well,
Fun
so-
stuff.
activity, fun stuff.
I
Yeah,
mean,
activities
fun stuff. We did hot yoga last year, which was really fun.
I did that and kicked my butt. That's not easy, is it?
No, sir.
What else? What else?
Oh yeah, we went to Chick-fil-A last year, and like we took photos with like all the thing, and we just after games we like always go, and like it's just kind of like a tradition we have.
Yeah, we like.
You could guys get some NIL, name, image, and likeness with Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Yeah, we get milkshakes a lot. That's like our kind of tradition with one of our coaches. But I feel like we also do like we played kickball recently, which was very fun, very competitive.
I love kickball.
Yeah, kickball. Yeah. I mean, imagine with soccer. I mean,
Yeah.
it probably goes far. I mean,
Oh, it's always fun. So that's for sure.
what else?
Oh, you want to participate?
No, I do. They just said most
I'm
of
just
them.
kidding ya.
No, that's okay. I would say also like our team parties too. Like we have like holiday parties, and we do like Secret Santa or like stuff like that. Just
Cool.
team bonding stuff.
What was your present for your Secret Santa this year?
This year, oh well, we did one yesterday. Actually, I wasn't there. But,
Oh.
wait, but for the other one, I think I just gave like some like body lotion and like some like perfume, which is a good gift.
Yeah, very, very good gift.
Yeah.
Excellent gift.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I grew up here in Pinellas County. I live in Seminole. No judgment. And anyway, I've seen Indian Rocks Christian change. I mean, they've built a lot over there. Tell me, what is the energy like now over at Indian Rocks with all these changes? I mean, it seems like it's more lively over there now.
It is,
Yeah, we had the football team down there, and they were entertaining.
Oh, yeah, very, very entertaining.
No, it's super fun because at the beginning of this year, our head of schools, he kind of set the precedent, I guess, for all year. We're all going to be unified. So like the football team is going to go support like the play or like the performing arts.
Very cool.
And like the soccer team will support the football team. So it's kind of cool because all of our games have been super energetic with all of the extra people, just all the energy, I guess.
And a quick shout out to who's the head of school over at Indian Rocks?
Dr. Hobbs.
Dr. Hobbs.
So
Dr. Hobbs.
he encourages everybody getting behind you. And then when you walk down the hallway, you have a win. People know about it, and they're coming out and watching you.
Yeah. We have like these announcements every morning where they're like talk about the games that are throughout the day, or like if they won the other day. Like
That's what school's supposed to be about. And bravo.
I feel like because our school is very like small, we all like know each other, so everyone's always like supporting you either way. So it's just like very nice. Like it could be like a tennis player supporting like a golf player, or like vice versa, or about the play, or like choir. So
Bravo. Want to give her the?
Oh yeah, right here. Let's not forget about you.
Just hand her the microphone.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. They kind of already said everything, but I'm going off of what she said. Our school's very small, but it's like such a great community, and we they all said like we all know each other and we all support each other in different ways, and it's such a great community altogether.
Bravo.
Bravo. Yeah. Actually, I want to start with you. Actually, hold on to the
Thank you.
microphone. Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
tell me about your story with soccer. When did you start playing, and what made you go to Indian Rocks, by the way?
Well, I started at Indian Rocks in like preschool, pre-K 4,
Wow.
and then so I've been there for a while. But then I changed for like 2 years and went to a public school.
Which one?
I went to Plato Academy.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Plato.
Yeah, so I went there, and then my parents grew up, my parents went to Indian Rocks too.
Mm-hmm.
So they graduated together. They were high school sweethearts, and then they sent me back there for middle school and high school. And a big part of it was my parents loved the community so much, so then they brought me back there. And then I was I was at this first club, Celtic.
Yep.
I went there, and we were all there together.
All in Celtic.
Literally all of us together.
You all grew up playing club.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So that was I started when I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
I started there, and then I was I actually started on the B team, the lower level team,
Mm-hmm.
and I was I want to work up to get on the higher level team. So I
Absolutely.
worked for years to get up, and then the Tanner,
Mhm.
their coach,
Okay.
he brought me up, and it was life changing, and I was I want to do soccer for forever. So then
Are you talking about Tanner Vaughn?
Yeah.
Oh, I know Tanner. I know him very
Yeah.
well. Is he? By the way, just any of you can answer this. Is he a very loud person when he's coaching during a game?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, he can voice his opinion.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know.
In a good way, not a bad
In a-
way.
No, he's a good coach. He's
Yeah,
a really
he's a great
good
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very funny. Very funny.
Yeah,
He is,
yeah.
Definitely. So, what about you, young lady? I mean, we've already covered that you all played. You go playing soccer now. So, was that the same thing for you?
Yeah, so I kind of started soccer when I was probably around 7 years old. I played rec when I was younger with my best friend at the time, and then I kind of grew up and I was kind of wanted to do it for my sport. And then I joined Celtic, and then I was on their team, and then I just played it all the way up until 8th grade, and then I stopped playing because it was just going into high school was probably just I needed a second because I was out every weekend, for soccer. But the love never stopped. I started playing in high school, middle school. It was so fun and just built a community. So yeah.
But I mean, bottom line, even though you stopped, it was like riding a bike. You picked it right back up again. Everything
exactly.
natural.
Just back as it normally was.
Did you have family members that were soccer players that inspired you?
No, I actually didn't. I was the only one in my family doing soccer. Everyone was about football or swim. So I was the only one out
Did
there.
they support you?
Oh yeah, 100%. They wanted
beautiful.
me to keep playing soccer in high school for club, competitively. But I just thought, for me, it was just better if I just only did it for school.
Well, and the right school and the right bonding and
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and the right message.
And it was I never left club because they were all on my team, plus some others back at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you basically just took your club,
Right.
Indian Rocks.
Yeah, that's what we really did. So.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
For me, I've been playing since I was 3 years old.
Oh.
I've always played
So
soccer.
you know what? I have a nickname.
I just
for-
started my granddaughter at 4, so I felt like I was pushing her.
There's a nickname I remember because me and my brother both played soccer. When you're younger, that young, the nickname I've always heard was Swarm Ball. Is that,
Actually,
yeah.
never heard that.
You never heard that? Oh,
No,
okay.
but
This is what happens when you played SYAA, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, I just started when I was really young, and I've been I played rec for years, and I was a military kid, so I just would move around so much, and then I finally we moved to Florida in 5th grade, and so I played club the same year she
Yep.
joined.
Mhm.
So I was 10 too, and then I just stayed on that team, and I actually like stopped playing last year. And then I just came to IRCS because all of them did. They were on my club team, and I was just like, okay. Like, it's literally like our entire team like goes to that school.
Oh,
and
cool.
It was just so fun.
What branch was your father?
Army.
Army, bravo.
Be all you can be. If I'm correct, right?
Wait,
That's the saying, right? Be all you can be.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
She is being all she can.
I know
be.
exactly, but no. I mean, I didn't want to say the wrong slogan for the right branch.
I got to share a funny. You said 3 years old.
Yeah.
My granddaughter, who's very aggressive. She's the only girl I have out of 12 boys with our last name.
Oh, yeah.
And so she started playing soccer, and she kicks butt. But she takes the ball when you go out. I've got the video, and throws it on the ground, and runs out and takes it herself. Her teammates are so lame and slow.
Oh my gosh.
And she takes it and goes and scores, and like, you can't do that. And she continues to do it. So she needs a coach like you girls to assist her there. But I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah, it's funnier than hell to watch it on video. The other parents,
but Mike, when
I was like, why don't we
the
just
other
do
parents
that?
are madder than hell. Are like, stop that little girl from doing that.
I mean, she's good, so
Yeah,
might as
the
well.
other girls are just standing there, like,
Yeah, just do it all.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll take it over.
Alright.
Throws it to herself and goes and kicks it in.
What about you? Right on the end. What about you?
So I came to Indian Rocks when I was in first grade because my parents wanted to put me in a Christian school. And I'm really glad that they did because I've been there, and now I'm a junior, so I've been there ever since. And then I started playing club when I was in third grade, and that's right around the time when Ella started going to Celtic and wanting to come, and like that's when she was coming up to the A team. And it was really cool because then when we were in like middle school, that's when our whole team was pretty much playing Celtic. And so first everyone started coming to church at Indian Rocks, and then after that, that's kind of what made everyone want to come to school there. So it was really cool because they came to church first, like we were all going to church together as one team, and then we came to school, and then we were another team, but like a school team. So it was really cool.
Awesome. So real quick, what's a game day tradition for IRC girls soccer?
Oh, our bows for sure.
The bows. Oh,
Yeah.
real quick, explain.
So we have these red jerseys, and then we also have white jerseys, and so we always have either white or red bows in our hair, and we kind of were wasting too much ribbon, so then Ella got these clips, so they're reusable bow clips, so we always have them in.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't wear the bows.
Oh,
I think it's just
you're the
us
odd
two.
one out. You're the odd one out.
Sometimes the bows can be like a little curse to
They're
us.
unlucky sometimes.
Because Oh.
last time we actually didn't wear the. Wait, what was our last game?
Oh, you're so right. Against oh
What,
my gosh,
who was
wait,
it? What was our last game?
I forgot.
I forgot.
No, we didn't wear the bows, and we won. No, we did really good. Berkeley.
Oh
No,
yeah,
we
yeah,
did
yeah. I think
really-
looking at max preps, yeah, I think
We,
so.
we
Yeah.
did
beat
really
Berkeley?
good. No, we tied,
But
but
it
we
was a
did really good, and we didn't wear the bows.
So maybe we're not
So
going to
no bow anymore.
Yeah, maybe that's a new tradition.
Probably not any more bows, but it's okay.
Yeah, one
Bo-
time.
bows are done.
We just have them in our bag.
One time I completely took it off mid-game and threw it down.
And did you score?
I mean, I'm in the
you're,
back.
you're a
So,
defender.
you know, I try. We try.
I remember she brought them to practice and was like, "Here you go. Here's your bonus." Like, I don't want it. And she's like, "Just
You
take
started
it."
this?
It's like no. It's
No, they're cute. Like,
No,
I
were
love
good,
them.
and then we started doing better without them.
Yeah.
So then we.
I would so wear it if like I just decided to play good when I'm wearing it.
What does coach say? Just shake their head?
I mean,
I think she likes it.
I think she likes the
To,
look of it.
It's
to
just-
bow or
yeah.
not to bow today, girls?
It's up to you.
She's like, as long as
She's-
we win,
yeah,
as long
she
as
goes
we play
with the
good,
flow.
it's fine.
we
Yeah.
together play good.
Real quick shout out, Coach. What's her name? Listen.
Coach Lizzie
Coach-
Willoughby.
All right, awesome. So, Mike, do you want to take over?
Well, we certainly need to thank your families before we let you go, especially during this Christmas time, and we all know the reason for Christmas. Reach out because this is archived, and we want them to hear this. So give them some love.
Thank you so much, my parents and my brother Mac.
Their
Love
name,
you
their
so
names,
much.
your parents' name.
Todd and Ellis, and then my brother Mac. Thank you so much for always supporting me, no matter what. And I love you, and thank you for driving me to practice.
Favorite Christmas movie, favorite Christmas song.
My favorite Christmas movie is Home Alone 1.
Hey,
and
girl.
then my favorite Christmas song is "Deck the Halls" by Pentatonics.
Oh.
That was good.
The acapella
All right.
one, right? The acapella one?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Am I doing exactly what she did?
Exactly.
Of course.
Okay. I want to thank my parents, Stephen and Jill, especially my mom. Like, she really encouraged me with soccer and, like, still does. I actually don't even think they know I'm here right now, but they'll find out.
Okay.
They'll find out soon.
Did you have to sneak out the back door to come down here?
No,
I
no.
understand if they met me, they'd probably say, "You're going down to see that old man. We don't want you down there at Ferg's."
No, it's okay. I was at a sleepover last night, and I just came here, and
Well,
they're busy.
I
and I'm
appreciate
busy.
that.
They trust her.
All
So-
right. And favorite Christmas song,
Oh.
Christmas movie?
Okay, mine's like Home Alone 1, but like that's like copying her, so probably like Elf. I think
Okay,
that one's good.
all right.
And then song, oh, that's really hard.
Come on, you hear it on the radio or whatever store you go into, and all of a sudden you just start, lip syncing or whatever to the lyrics.
Yeah, I look to just do that. But I think Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
There you go.
All right, all
I
right.
like that. I like that one.
I'm gonna shout out my mom and my dad, Christina and Frank, especially my dad, because he, like she said, just kept pushing me when I did not want to be pushed. And then my sister Emily, much love for you, even though I don't mention it a lot. And then my brother Max, just always on my side no matter what. And then my favorite Christmas movie is probably Christmas Vacation.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was my favorite,
Watch
as you
it
heard.
every year on Thanksgiving. And then Christmas song, probably Mary Did You Know by Pentatonics.
Oh, okay. So 2 Pentatonics fans here.
All right, young lady. I'm waiting for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you're up. You're
Okay.
up.
I just want to say thank you to my mom and dad, Steven and Allie, and they're literally like my number one supporters. They literally take me anywhere. They'll do anything for me, drop literally anything, and they're
You're blessed.
oh, I'm so blessed for them. And even my brother, he's in college, but such an amazing support system, and my sister too.
Their names?
Ethan and Emmy.
If they're listening, they're going to be mad.
Oh,
Give them
sorry
their
guys, love you. And what was it? Christmas
song,
Christmas song,
movie.
Christmas movie.
Christmas song. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas by Michael Bublé.
Bublé?
Yeah,
Bublé?
that's a great
Okay.
song.
Yeah, and Christmas movie. I would say Home Alone 1, 2. I like 1 and 2, but 1's better than 2.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Mike, we've had a lot of Home Alone movie love today here on the show.
I'm always torn between, and I'm an over-the-top nut, like I said, about Christmas. I'm always torn between Home Alone and Christmas Vacation.
All right, well,
and
hey.
then Elf started sneaking in there a little bit, But they're all great. It's a great time of the year, and we appreciate you guys coming down here, and we'll be following you closely, and wish you nothing but success.
Thank you.
And I'll learn more about soccer so the next time that you guys come down.
Alrighty. Once again, ladies, thank you for coming down here. Enjoy your Christmas break. And, of course, watch Christmas Vacation and sing along to a few songs and all that. Once again,
Thanks for
thank you
coming down, girls.
All right. Thank you, of course, to the Indian Rocks Christian the Indian Rocks Christian Eagles girls soccer team. I'm used to them being the Golden Eagles. So, yeah. Now you got to compete with Eastlake for that.
Have a great day. Let your parents know where you're at.
And ladies, come right over. Come right
a
over
good
here.
idea.
We're gonna get a picture with you all, and it's gonna be posted on our own social media.
Ray and Ben, you want to come over here and we'll talk a little baseball. We'll talk a little Bucks, and of course Ben's big bets. You're listening to Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection. It's been a fun couple of hours live from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill, America's #1 rated sports bar by USA Today. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
Always fun
Enjoy
to have
Christmas break.
conversation with the high school. We're the only ones that do this in the entire market, and I never apologize.
Oh, this
You
is
know?
weird. This is the one that only works on one side, but I'm okay with that. I want to tell you, I was telling Father, Todd, the designated driver today. I'm listening.
Thank you, Todd, for bringing them down.
Thank you. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. And I said, listening to the young ladies, they spend so many hours on practicing on the court, rehearsing, and then listening to them go down the line, and they're naturally picking each other up, dropping off, and letting up. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want to interview these kids, these athletes, these teams? It's natural. They're just a natural group, and that's what IRC. That's what you get with that volleyball squad.
Well, and we get that with most of our guests. But great job, Bradley.
Appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right, so let's go Ben's big bets for this
Yeah,
weekend.
so I figured I'd bring in a couple bets. It's Christmas season, so
So these
Wait,
are
Ben,
presents
you're
under the
charitable?
tree. These are done deals.
I think so. We have a little group that all gets together and we make a nice little parlay for the NFL games. And so the parlay that we are going with, I don't know, maybe you want to take them individually or you want to lump them all together. But we're taking Caleb Williams to have over 1.5 passing TDs. That was plus 120
against my Packers.
And they're a little bit beat up right now.
They're a lot beat up.
So I'm thinking that's good money there, good value. Josh Allen to record 25-plus rushing yards, 24.
That's a laydown.
That's against the Browns.
Jesus.
So I'm liking that one. Gardner Minshew to record one touchdown.
He's still around?
Wait, no, don't tell him for who. You don't know, right? Who he's playing for this weekend. Someone got injured last weekend, and this team might need a quarterback.
Minshew just moved again?
He's for the Chiefs. He's actually playing.
Oh, I forgot.
But they're playing
Patrick
against
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Well, they're out of the playoffs anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I still thought it was Blaine Gabbert behind Patrick Mahomes for a second.
You know what? He's the Steve DeBerg of this era. Without a shadow of a doubt.
But with a cool stash.
Then Jamar Chase over 86.5 receiving yards. That's Dolphins-Bengals in that game.
Well, Joe will make sure that happens.
And then lastly, Nico Collins to record 39.5 receiving yards.
Tristan?
Possible.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's the payoff on
So
that?
the payoff on that one, so we each threw in $20. So it'd be $100 to win $971.
Who are these high rollers that threw on this money in?
$100 to win how much?
$971.
Wow. So that's a band basically for that's insane. That's a given. I can't believe that.
I love that.
How come I wasn't invited?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ben, why? Why?
Can I chip in still? Or is it too late? Or
you're talking about being charitable this season?
Come on, man.
It's the teacher parlay, okay?
I
look at that. We're
I
in the
teach
seminal.
lessons every Saturday. I teach lessons on what not to do to these young kids.
And then we tell them how to gamble.
Looks like someone's finally giving back to teachers.
Yeah, correct. It's the Hard Rock. Finally, give us some pay because I'll tell you what.
Give us some laydowns.
Those bonuses they gave us were not that great this year.
They give bonuses?
If your school grades high enough, they give you a little bonus, and it was lower than it has been before.
An edible bouquet.
Lower than your bet?
You get an edible bouquet.
So you were Clark Griswold? Was it the Jelly of the Month Club?
Jelly of the Month.
Yeah, Jelly of the Month Club. Yep.
It felt pretty close to that. I mean, I'll take anything, but they are not giving us teachers very much in terms of a bonus.
Which the irony is, again, remember, if society were paid on order of importance, garbage collectors and teachers would be billionaires and athletes would make pennies.
Yeah,
exactly. Hey, let's now that we got that out of the way, let's talk Bucks. First time, everybody's healthy. According to the report that came out yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, obviously you're still missing key pieces like Cody Mauch on the offensive line and Kalijah Cansey on the defensive
out for
line.
The season, yes.
Yeah.
But as far as the people that were, like Bucky, there was a concern he wouldn't. But everybody is healthy.
Yeah, but Panthers have a wide receiver, and they're already making comparisons to Mike Evans, and of course Bryce Young's now having his season. And this is for the division, guys. I mean,
they're the real deal.
Yeah, I mean, we could lose tomorrow and still come back and beat Miami.
Thank God for the Saints.
Yeah, thank God for the Saints that we were because what they did to us. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think really just one of the biggest issues is the inconsistency on the defense. No matter how much skill there is, it's Todd Bowles at the helm. And, it's really looking back at the Bucs' history, Tony Dungy, why did he get fired? It's because, he produced a team that went out on the field and played good. It wasn't not fun football to watch. They made the playoffs almost every year. But, it ended up being the point where they needed a championship. They wanted the championship. They were hungry for a championship. They weren't okay with just making
Defense
the playoffs.
Wins championships.
Exactly. And, that's what we saw in that 2021 Super Bowl when, Todd Bowles as the defensive coordinator, excelled with all that talent on the defense,
And picked up some free agents there towards the end to get that, that push.
Exactly. They shut those Chiefs down, especially when they were in one of their primes. But, I just don't know if Todd Bowles is much of a head coach as he was a defensive coordinator.
There's cracks in this system. Richard Sherman said a couple of weeks back, I'm hearing things. Of course, he played here for a cup of coffee a couple of years back, but there seems like
when he's F-bombed 17 times,
that's a crack.
That's an earthquake.
But like I explained to Tristan, you want to bring in a coach like John Gruden. He gets rid of Rich McKay, brings in Bruce Allen. You don't want to ever get rid of Jason Light. What kind of a coach do you want? You got to make sure you don't want to lose the system.
Like someone like a Liam Cohen that is now excelling in Jacksonville with Jaguars, who he let walk.
Liam Cohen. Okay, I didn't like that guy as a head coach, but he's an offensive genius. He's got Trevor Lawrence and he's got Khan behind him.
And he's winning.
And he's winning in an AFC South, which is almost as bad as the NFC South.
You know, I feel like there are quite a few defensive coordinators, especially, you know, college football coaches that are defensive minded that you could shop and kind of find that works right for the Bucs system, especially because there is no real set defensive system for the Bucs. I mean, they've run Tampa 2 for the last however many years. They run a base defense, but you only come across, you know, these offensive masterminds every once in a while, and I don't think letting them walk is a valid decision.
Tomorrow in Charlotte, what do you see?
I would see that the offense has to.
No, has to. What do you think?
What do I see happening?
What do you think?
I think that it's probably going to be a lopsided game for the Panthers, and the Bucs might be able to hold in there. I don't know. Just looking at this team, the way they played against the Falcons last week, letting Kyle Pitts have 162 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That defense was so hard to watch. I quit watching.
They can hardly make tackles.
You described that game you described. I'll buy that. If the Bucs have less than 150 or 200 yards rushing, but if they get the running game going in Carolina, they still have to watch for Bryce and that other Mike Evans kid. But our DBs
I want more Tucker. I want some more Tucker.
Yeah,
man.
That's what we need there in Carolina.
Hard nose running up the middle.
Ronald Jones, 98 yards. Carolina, 8 years ago. I mean, that's what we need in Carolina tomorrow for the victory, and then we'll start chopping for coaches, guys.
Get behind that University of Iowa Hawkeye.
Heck yeah,
and run it down their throat.
Tristan Wirfs, dude.
Yeah. You just like his first name.
Yeah, no, I we share that in common, and you know, he's probably the better Tristan. I can't lie, but you know,
not
no, don't sell your short, man. Don't sell your self short.
I bet you Tristan can't set up the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection studio like
I know he's a Hawkeye. We can do a lot of unique things. Anyway,
and a heck of a wrestler too.
Yeah, and he was a shot putter and a discus thrower.
Yeah,
and he
state championship.
Boy, he used to jump out of.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, just a lot of good things to look forward to with this Buccaneers offense and defense. I just think there's some qualities holding them back from, you know, a championship level team. And, you know, I think one of those things has to be, you know, what has Todd Bowles been doing to rectify these situations in the last 4 years other than just trying to get to the playoffs, be a first or second round exit and save his job.
Brad? I mean, personally, tomorrow I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for the Bucs and all that. Okay. So that's all I'm going to say. Things need to turn around, okay? I've been tired of seeing what's been going on. I get tired of every single quarter. I mean, as you just talked about, their defense is giving me a headache.
I like this, Brad.
Well, you know, because you guys grew up with the Bucs. And, you know, I don't have emotional equity in it. I love the team. I love being down here at Ferg's, having you guys that grew up and, you know, and Mark Ferguson telling me stories about the first win and having these 50th anniversary. You'd think that, you know, I make the conversion that it's my favorite team. Well, I don't do that. I like the Tampa Bay Rays story too, but I worked for the Cubs and I grew up a Packers fan, and Ben loves loyalty. You know, but I was mired in misery looking at my Packers get just absolutely destroyed from an injury perspective.
And when it comes to Tampa Bay sports, I feel like that's why you're able to give such a good perspective, is because you're not biased. You know, you don't have a dog in the fight. You're able to give an outside perspective.
Yeah.
Well, here's what talk about a melting pot of the American story. I love Tampa Bay, and people always say, "Oh, there were so many Eagles fans at the game." Well, a bunch of Buccaneer fans paid for their tickets in one game. They brought them down, and at the same time, the melting pot. That's why Tampa Bay is so great, because we are fans.
I will tell you, I'm 1,000% on the Bucs side and the Rays side if they're not playing my teams.
Yeah.
1,000%. And anytime they can beat those stinking Eagles,
there you go.
I'm a happy man.
I'd like to see their fans over there. But I want to, by the way, remind everyone, 8 minutes left in the second quarter. It's still 0-0 between Texas A&M and Miami.
Did you bet that?
I did. I put money on Miami winning.
Okay, straight up.
Straight up.
All right.
Chris Harvey liked that one.
Nice, Coach Harvey's definitely on board with that one.
Yeah.
And also,
Harvey's going to be a great contribution to coming on the air, by the way.
By the way, Brandy had to get out of here. We walked Brandy over to the Rays pop-up. She got a coffee. She loved it. We were talking. The picture I was talking about with Jeff Winans shaking, of course, Brandy's husband, shaking Leroy Selman's hand on the sideline. I said it was defense.
It's iconic.
Right, but you know that she told me the story there. It was actually she felt it was defense shaking defense. The Bucs were having trouble stopping the Saints in that game. Jeff Winans went in the second or third quarter, and immediately the team had 6 interceptions over the second half. Jeff played defensive line with Leroy and Dewey Selman in that 1977 game in the Buccaneers' first victory. So that's why it literally
He's a both-way guy.
He's a both-way guy. He was
Travis Hunter before Travis Hunter.
Dave Green.
Well, I don't know about
Dave
that.
Green was a punter and a kicker on
Well, that was
Buccaneers
only
squad.
because of economic issues.
Well, good thing Cole Rouse didn't know that Jeff could play D-line, or maybe he did. But
Hey, since we're on the our radio St. Pete and of course Florida sports streams and YouTube, I'll share a quick story. This happened to me personally. So I'm a single guy, and I was talking to Ferg's. I'm looking for an accountant to get us rocking and rolling in 2026, and so this young lady starts telling me about this good friend she has. Well, she was married to David Green. And so this gets even better. So I'm just kind of curious about her, and then she left him and married the CEO of Outback.
Whoa, Chris Sullivan.
And then and then.
Oh, we're supposed to rename names.
No, we can name him, and that didn't work. So then I'm curious. I'm thinking this is just a money grubbing. You know what?
I'm in.
So the cheerleaders were down here last week, right?
I love them.
And they're very good friends of Dave Green's.
All right, they were talking
And
about
I mentioned this to them. And one says, that money grubbing, you know what?
Oh.
So I haven't texted her
Well,
or made a call. The empire that I have would
But
last
Mike,
about
was it just,
a week.
Was it maybe for you? It was just for the sex.
Yeah.
Hey, and this is a family show, Ray.
Okay.
Not now.
Well, not now. When they leave, we officially, it's like after 10 p.m. Here in the
This
studio.
clown just
Brad,
won
you're right.
$96.
Yeah, I just won $96 playing the slots.
Hey,
Let's
Ben,
go.
Ben, is that my Christmas
That's how
present
great
there?
this show
Yeah.
is. Ben's over here doing
Yeah.
spots.
Trying to get him to participate.
Oscar,
He's
you
got his
Yeah,
face.
all of a sudden the dollar
you know,
sign
the
comes
short
up and
form
he
I
puts
got
it
it.
on.
I got it on auto roll. I just.
you gotta
What is that? He's got his face smashed into his phone.
You have to elicit that quick dopamine response of just like getting that the money, like big wins. You have RainBet?
I love you, Ben, but
have you been using RainBet?
Gambling's got
90.
Well, right now the Hard Rock is doing. You get an entry into the $1 million jack. It's actually a $5 million jackpot. For every dollar you put in is a free like dollar into it, a free spin into
it's
it.
a deal. But I liked we got to a point now where
$96.
I on those
196.
free. I got 119 on a $1 spin. Let's go.
So, but gambling now's got to the point where you
There's
auto
an ad.
you
You're
auto
going to
gamble.
go and close them for me.
You auto gamble and just say, "Pulse me if I win." So at the end of the day, the bank account's either empty or your phone's been
Hey,
vibrating. in your
I
pocket
won
all day.
$1,200 on the first day that they allowed
about you,
the slots. I had $19 in my Hard Rock.
How much
Bets
you got
account.
now?
Well, I cashed out 1,000, and so
Wait, what was her name again?
It was
Maybe
great.
she wants to get with this guy.
Yeah. Her name is Lisa.
hey, Jin Fu. Jin Fu is the best game on the money games based
my
on.
God.
But
We gotta get
Benny,
this
Benny,
race. All right.
I thought you liked ping pong better. Come on.
This has been paying off way better than
I'm
baseball.
gonna
What are you, Marty
redirect. I'm gonna
Supreme?
redirect.
Oh, yeah.
I'm redirecting the last few minutes of the show.
All right.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Your favorite Christmas song and Christmas movie?
I think
You
I
said it earlier, but I wanted.
Yeah, so I went with Bing Crosby, "Faith of Our Fathers." Love that song.
Great.
I thought it was going to be White Christmas, but all right, go ahead.
Well,
He's an old soul.
Yeah. My favorite Christmas movie probably has to be "It's a Wonderful Life."
Beautiful.
Love that movie.
I've watched it
Cry
about 10
every
times
single
already.
time.
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart,
but
great
definitely,
movie.
yeah. Right after World War II, he comes back, his first acting role after coming out of the war, dealing with PTSD. Didn't know if he could act anymore, and just does a spectacular performance. Probably
That's
one
our
of
historian.
the best movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Ray?
I'm actually going to mention two movies, but my favorite
ahead.
movie is Family Man, which is Nicolas
Okay.
Cage.
Yeah,
Remember
Nicolas
that
Cage,
one?
yeah.
Right?
That's
You seen that?
Christmas?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, he's a billionaire investor, getting ready to close the biggest deal of his life, and then he gets a look at Don Cheadle tries to rob a place. He gives him a look at what his life would have been if he'd have stayed with Tione Leone and had kids and lived in Jersey and paid a mortgage. And at the end of the day,
Kind of like a Scrooge deal.
well, it's
no,
kind of
I
like
wouldn't say
it's
that.
a wonderful life.
No. It's kind of like a Wonderful Life.
Mixed with-
Basically, what it is he starts more or less trying to move up in the chain again because he's a tire
Right,
salesman
and
in
he's
that
still
one.
good. He's still talented. He
And
hasn't
yeah,
forgotten.
he starts moving up because he meets kind of like his bosses from that other
Yes.
timeline and all that. But anyway, yeah, he starts to realize
Stop right
that
now.
he had it good.
Don't Okay, that was a perfect ending, Brad. That's a guy that's media because
Okay,
he
so
knows.
that's one.
When
That's
and
one.
the second one is the Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas."
Oh.
I like it. I love the classics. I love them all. But that one comes from the movie Love Actually, which is actually another great Christmas movie. It plays throughout that song. So that's my song and my movie. But
Tell me that's not a Hallmark movie.
No, it's.
Thank you.
It's got Hugh Grant. It's got all the big actors, the British. It's over in England. It's all about, and Hugh Grant plays the
Liam Neeson's
Well, the common man isn't going to know any of these, but I like your.
Well, Liam's lost his wife.
You're
And he ends up
eclectic.
meeting a girl, and he ends up in this. Oh, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
You're never going to get a Home Alone or
It's a
Christmas
Hallmark.
Vacation out of him.
No,
Yeah, Hallmark.
I'm
Never.
I'm a clown as it is. Go ahead, Tristan.
Go ahead, Tristan.
Favorite song, probably "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney. It's one of my all-time favorites.
That's one of my top.
Love Beatles. Love the Beatles as a
Yep.
whole. And then movie, growing up, my grandparents bought me a Red Ranger BB gun. Probably gonna have to say
Don't
a Christmas
shoot
story.
your eye out.
I didn't shoot my eye out, but got close a couple times. But yeah,
It's funny.
Christmas
Shot
story.
your dad right in the ass, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say something too. It's funny you mentioned Christmas Story earlier. The McAllister home from Home Alone is an Airbnb. The same thing now for a Christmas Story, but it's also
Is the
a
lamp in it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
That's in Cleveland, I
That's
believe.
in Cleveland. Yes.
Yeah.
Where my mom's from.
Well, she should have been an extra. She's been an extra in movies
Oh,
before.
yeah, she has. Yeah,
Yep.
John Candy and all of them. Summer Rental.
Oh man. Yeah.
Well, guys, you know what? It's been a great year.
We already got Brad's.
Well, I'll reiterate since Ben already said
did
his.
yours, yeah.
Mine is it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and of course, Christmas Vacation.
My man, there you go.
Nice.
Well, I want to thank you guys for supporting me throughout this year. It's been a bit of a challenge, but we kept rocking and rolling. 2026, we're going to kick major butt. And thank Joe Bordeaux, who came down the other night. We had a lot of great guests that came down for the party for the on the Tee Florida down here, and Joe Madden being one of them, not John Madden,
Not Joel. John.
as I called him.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, guys, and looking forward to another great time. And then, last but not least, Sunbash.
Yes. Of course, January 1st through the 3rd at Northside Christian. Of course, the Tampa St. Pete Sports Connection will be. They'll definitely be covering that, and of course, I'll be there. I'll be there January 1st and the 2nd, and I will be covering the final game on January 3rd. So, but a couple teams to look forward to: Charlotte versus Gibbs, Calvary Christian versus North Broward Prep. Berkeley versus Plant. That's the final game of the night. Day 2, it's going to be IMG Varsity National Academy Gray versus Hanover. That's the team from North Carolina. Slam Miami versus Gibbs will be a good one.
Big time.
These are I broke the schedule down. I downloaded all the rosters for the teams.
Yep.
We got some dogs in this thing. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Brad.
Olympia and Tampa Catholic, and then of course they're saving the best for last.
Yeah.
On day 3, of course, that's Eastlake versus Calvary Christian. That's one of them at 5:30, and the closing game: Tampa Catholic versus Northside Christian.
Coach Spates. I'm telling you what, that's
Coach
a
Mo.
lineup.
That's
Coach
going to be
Mo.
fabulous.
And the Calvary
I'll be in
Christian
Iowa,
game at
but I'm going to be
5:30.
listening.
Oh, we'll have you
You guys
covered.
will be play-by-play.
Yes.
McCall's in, and he did a superb job last year. Nice to have some young blood, some new blood, and the veteran. He knows exactly what to do when
We
you
got
get
some
up
planning to do. I mean,
All
not
right.
a whole lot, but yeah, because it's going to be fantastic. I mean, and listening to talking to Coach Mo and being able to get over on campus and everything. Hopefully, we can show people a little bit of what Northside Christian's gyms look like. Just, what they're-
beautiful.
Yeah, flavor over there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, and I've got all the logistics that I'll be getting to you guys, and we're going to rock and roll. And for our listeners and everybody at RadioStPete.com, Florida Sports Streams, thank you very much. Everybody have a championship year end, as well as a very Merry Christmas and a happy New Year.